What is up, GCS tournament? I am your current co-host, YeetYoteYate. I'm joined here right now with the remarkable Ritty and the honorable Hwasal. What do you guys have to say?
I'm glad to be here. Can't wait to go through two different weekends of games, so this will be a fun one.
Yeah,
Yeah, 32 series is kind of crazy.
yeah, and
I'm
and
also
as
glad to be here though.
as they said, and as you guys probably already noticed by, the title screen, yeah, this is 2 weeks of content worth. So I will just say, one, it's going to be a little long. Two, each series is going to be a bit brief. So bear with us. We're not going to go super in depth, just for obvious time reasons. And three, I do not have all the assets, so this is going to be a little scuffed. Just because everyone's super busy IRL, and especially with MSI. So, bear with us. But we're going to go ahead and go really quick to the standings. So this is where, keep in mind, the standings aren't necessarily going to update for where they were during week 6 or week 7 or the specific day. I'm just going to keep it like this. Do you guys have anything to say about the standings? Anything that's kind of stuck out to you?
Uh, I'm not gonna lie, I'm very surprised that PP. I thought PP was like undisputed first of the group, but again, like I don't know. I saw that Sprinkler couldn't play a lot of games, but besides that, I think a lot of these are like there's nothing out of the ordinary. Like obviously 3V made it to playoffs because Zoom and FF didn't make their games. So otherwise, like
Yeah, and I guess
I
I'll,
mean the
I'll
pen.
sorry. Yeah, I'll just touch on that
No,
really
yeah.
quick too, because I'm sure this was announced to the captains, but I'm not sure like if I'm pretty sure it was only announced to the captains. So, just to really quick go over that. So three teams, Throatgoats, FF, and Zoom, did not make, or at least in Pool One, they did not make their player requirements. And the way that things worked out, that means that 3V is the fifth seed for Pool One right now, and Throatgoats is the seed six, with the other two falling into elimination bracket. And then for Pool 2, that means that Full Clear, well, Full Clear and PGI both didn't make their player requirements, but in this case doesn't necessarily matter because they would have gotten eliminated anyway. Um, yeah, I mean, I agree with you on like a lot of those points. Specifically, one thing that actually I will say I was surprised that PP actually made it back into the upper bracket, considering I did think that they were one of the stronger teams, but like you said, Sprinkler schedule gap put them in that yellow bit for quite a while, but we saw OMG actually climb above them for quite a while, but as we'll see in their series, PP was able to climb ahead of them just barely through a head-to-head. Any opinions on your end, Wasal?
Be honest, I'm not too familiar with the current teams in the league. I know some players, but I don't really know how like teams are made up right now, so I don't really have much to say
Gotcha.
on
Just
the
know that
standings.
PMD is pretty good. We're just amazing.
PMD is pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah. I heard
I
their
did, I did look
captain's
at the
cool.
match results, but yeah, it seems like PMD seems really good. SGC seems really good. And then WoW after I know they had a bunch of like team issues, right? Don't know too much about it. I've just heard a couple of things, but seem like they're on the up as well after a lot of their changes. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're locked into fourth seed as well, so they've done quite well considering where they were in a solid F tier beforehand. So nice to see them come back. So we'll go ahead and get straight into Saturday. So we're going back 2 weeks. Keep in mind for everyone at home. So we're going back to June 28th. So this is week 6. This covers essentially the weekend right after the previous Running the Gauntlet, just to get everyone oriented. And the first series we have is actually, speaking of WoW versus Rap Gods. So we'll just go ahead and get into it. This is what I mean, by the way, by it being scuffed. These are all going to be the captain's screenshots, some of which are of varying quality, so bear with us here. We won't have necessarily the gold over time graph or anything like that. It's just this is the information for each game. You guys have any opinions on this specific game?
No, I mean realistically, this is just like hoping a loon can somehow like make it into mid to late game, but we're playing Zeri with like probably like two losing lanes, at least like PV wise. Like Oath is probably yeah, I mean I think this was just kind of like doomed from what rosters were put out. But I mean, I get why Rap Gods did this, and I get why WoW needed to win. So I mean, this was pretty like it's just hoping maybe Elune gets some gold early, but they just had to vibe and hope they can win.
Yeah, and that they did not. This seems like kind of an across the board stomp. I mean they still had decent players in Inu, Krabadabadoo as well. Like they're on the lower end of PV for Rap Gods, but I mean this is one of the near best I think for WoW, so it's kind of just that's just kind of how it is, I think. Um, Going into game two, doesn't seem like it's all too different to be honest. Looking at
No, I mean,
yeah,
Elune probably just said like, "Yeah, let's maybe have some fun. It's just only for game requirements." So
yeah. I think they actually we scrim against Rap Gods a fair bit, and I'm pretty sure they tried this specific like lineup against us. It went kind of how you would expect. Actually, I think they won that series in all fairness, but yeah, Alun, don't play Xin Zhao. In fact, maybe stay away from jungle for a little bit.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
yeah, bring out the Zeri jungle.
Yeah. Hwasal, you have any commentary on this one, or?
I mean, it's just roster gap, I think, for the most
Yeah.
part. There's not really much else to really comment on. Obviously, like game one, yeah, I was literally just hopes and prayers to a loon were mailed at his doorstep, and then he decided to not read the mail, and he decided to go 3. There was, I mean, it's not really his fault either. It's just like it's just how the rosters ended up. And game two, yeah, it just seems kind of for fun. So
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, if I'm sure if we had the PV diff, it'd be a little bit in WoW's favor.
yeah,
Uh,
probably. I think so.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure this is like their best roster as well. Like you can't like it's WoW's best roster versus Elune. Like you
Yeah,
can't really give up.
I don't know about Ninja Shoyo. I actually don't know where he winds up in PV. I just not that's just pure ignorance. I just have no idea. But everyone
He's
else is
definitely
very
Masters
much.
mid.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, then yeah,
so
this is their best roster. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
like
feels
low
like
Masters mid, but yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, you really had to mention that. Like low
Yo, I
masters.
had to, man. This
Like
guy's on my other like
like
SEC
low masters. It's not just masters. Like low masters. Like
That's crazy.
Okay, man, he's diving. Like he's my boy. But come on. All right.
Speaking of
Go
SDC, we're gonna get into their series as well for that Saturday, SDC versus FF. So first game, I'm just this looks like the same slide from 2 slides ago. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's just different teams. uh, yeah, I mean,
I
it
yeah.
looks like it's pretty much I think main roster. I think support or their jungle I think might not be main, but everyone else is main. And let me look at uh I mean, you have SDL. I don't know about anyone else though.
I mean, I actually fuck with like FF's comp, but it is literally protect the cog comp, and like Bark is
Yeah.
such like an ass item right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
But like again, I think it's just easier to execute SGC's comp. Like I don't know. I was like really hoping like we would get like the last season STL where we're just like 1v9 games, but I understand why it's a hard game. And I think PvDiff was
Yeah.
definitely like at least probably like 15-20. I might be wrong, but I think their support is the only I guess their jungler too for SDC is lower, but I'm pretty sure this is like favored towards SDC, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Ilias as well stepping out of the jungle to go Yasuo mid. Honestly, I also agree with you though. I really fuck with this comp. I like it. I like this actually.
Yeah.
But I mean I think it's just across the board just PV gap. At least for this game. I mean, it doesn't look like they were able to get any control for objectives. I mean, they get 1 tower. They got some dragons, I guess, so maybe they did have some bot pressure, but that seems to have evaporated likely in the later stages
Right.
of the game.
Probably just have up prio because it's double range into melee range. But yeah, I think the game seems like it was just pretty hard to play out.
Yeah, moving on to game two. Basically the same story. Um, I think I don't know if this game was easier to play rather than the last one. I think the last one had a better comp. I think the players probably played, I think individually slightly better in this, but I mean, it still is pretty hard. I think the comp really like kind of holds them back here, and that like I think they just have too much going on for FF. But again, I mean, I don't blame them.
Yeah, I mean it's just games. This is week 6, right? Yeah. Yeah, I guess they were technically fun in games, so I think they just wanted to. Oh, did Yazuriki play last game?
Oh, he did
No.
not. Now,
Okay.
I'm assuming that's just a schedule gap because I'm pretty sure Yazuriki is actually their less preferred player in terms of he's higher PV. And so I don't think they'd want to sub him in necessarily like for anything other than a game requirement. Either that or they were originally intending to play him and they ended up not just due to schedule reasons. Um, I think honestly, like this could also be analyzed from the perspective of I'm pretty sure Yazuriki actually did need games, and he was one of the players that didn't get their game requirements for FF. Hence why they fell all the way down to elimination, um, just by default. Uh, this might be like one of the series where it's just an unfortunate schedule gap that has further consequences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't know if there's much more to say about that series. I think we can move on to GG versus Full. I will say, I think this is one of Full's like last chances. I think this specific weekend is in particular to, sort of like pull them out of that rut that they've been getting into. But this was not the series. This was not the series for that. Yeah, just looking at like some basic things. I mean, this is also GG's near best roster, Cho being the only person that's not on like the starting lowest PV, I guess. Um Honestly, putting on kind of a clinic, which is kind of crazy considering that he does not play support and I don't think he plays Bard. He kind of cooked here.
It's a good
Fact.
board game. It's a good board game. Like,
I'm surprised David Edge went mid. I think they're a support player, so I don't
Yeah.
know.
is
I
he,
I
don't
is
know
he
what
a
their
top
roles are.
laner?
Yeah, David Edge is their support.
What? Isn't he a top laner? Oh, might be. I thought
I
nah.
swear. Okay, I might be. No. I'm looking this up really quick,
You're
but
correct. David Edge is their support player. I think because in my own experience, when they've played Cho mid, it's not gone super well, and they wanted to play evaps, top probably. So I guarantee what just happened was they said, Cho, you're going support. David, you're going go mid lane. Honestly, kind of worked out.
I
think this
Yeah.
game went like about as expected, considering that then. Like David's off roll, so he's gonna have a like decent trouble, like mid
I also
lane.
think it's low key comp gap because
Yes, it is comp cap. I agree. I think I
Lady,
favor Blues comp way more than Reds comp. Right? Like,
no one can match into evaps later in the game,
yeah,
no matter like if he's down, like doesn't have much resources. So
Yeah, I will
yeah.
say
and
I think Rambo gets a lot of value here, like with the Zenzao pick. I think it's pretty hard for them to actually do anything, just because their comp kind of wants to play outside of Zenzao like ult range. But I guarantee it
mm,
was just probably like an atomic bomb versus coughing baby kind of situation where it doesn't matter the pick there if the rest of the team just like, or at least the enemy team is that far ahead. I don't think it matters.
Looks like it was just a rough game to play out.
Yeah, I
They
mean
kind of
this
just have
is
to pray that Jinx gets a reset and they just send it. But
Yeah, this is also
it's
playing, I
really
think,
hard.
with a giant PV deficit, so I'm honestly not super surprised. Getting into game two, kind of the same story to be honest. I mean, a little questionable with the Jacks going 1-10. Not gonna
these
lie.
guys hate picking any AP champions. Like so hilarious. Guys hate picking
And
AP
this is a Riven
champs.
mid as well. Honestly, the Riven mid kind of cooked here. I'm surprised. I feel
That
like
matchup is so good for Riven. The Riven Gaia matchup
really,
is so good for Riven.
you
Yes,
know
it's
what?
really favored.
Like my knee jerk reaction would be to say that's like neutral slash like Galio's favorite in that he doesn't win but he stalls. But I guess like I guess I could see why it would be Riven favored. Honestly, I think the comp is a little better. Except for the fact that hey, they have no AP. No AP Jacks as well, so how can win?
I mean,
Um,
Jax is mixed damage, man. You just want to get it. You don't see the vision.
Oh, I
think.
see. I see. I see.
Yeah.
And also
Besides,
how
yes, I don't know why no AP. Why no AP?
yeah, and
Where's
how are you
AP?
killing this comp? How are you killing this GG comp? It's actually impossible. I mean, even with Samira like being the I mean, you can tell that she died a lot because she was the only squishy, but what happens with the rest of the team, you know? It's like, all right, great. We blew our cooldowns on the Samira. What do we do now?
I have zero clue. Full is just like out of it because like I mean I didn't really like no flame to any of these guys. I think they're probably great people, but I didn't really like their. I thought they wouldn't do well in the tourney, but yeah, I don't know. It just seems like they're for funning with these drafts, but who knows?
Yeah, I
I don't know
mean,
if Rambo just wanted to take something more comfort.
this wasn't necessarily their series to win, so I'm not like, I don't think it's necessarily anything against them. It's just, yeah, the drafts could probably be better here, but I mean, it's already well done at this point. Like,
Yeah.
everything's already occurred, placements and all that, so we'll go ahead and get into the next series, LS versus OMG. I'm actually forgetting how this went. I think this was a surprise upset, I think. At least from my perspective, a surprise upset for OMG against LLS.
What the fuck?
Okay, is it really?
What is this?
We have to tell mid, man. We have to tell mid.
And now I'm looking at it a little further. It's no longer a surprise why this has occurred.
There's so many things wrong with this screenshot. Why do you have 4 AP comp on red? And then how are we losing fucking Syndra Yone?
Actually,
Okay, to be
believe it or
fair,
not, the most even matchup here was the Kale into Trundle. Oh, I thought that was Trundle top. Honestly,
Nah, it's
Rumble
Trundle.
top sounds honestly worse for Kale now that I think about
Yeah,
it.
it is worse for Kale. But
I don't know how that went the most even.
It is Tongy Rumble though. It's Tongy Rumble though. So like,
Oh,
great
true.
insult, right? But,
True.
I'm surprised Levi just doesn't go mid here. I think Sutel's second best rolled is 80, and I mean you just put him on Verzarash and he's like chilling. So I'm like very surprised he went mid.
yeah.
Yeah, I've also played
I don't know if
against
they just
Levi
want to
mid
game.
as well. It's kind of hard. He's pretty good at mid,
He's
at least.
very impressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's like a good like super carry, but he loves to do shit like early. Like he loves to just make something happen early game, and I really respect that out of him. Like,
Yeah.
It looked like he was pretty proactive when I watched one of his games.
Yeah, but this I mean is just kind of like across the board kind of like I mean they're getting one Drake, they got no topside, like objectives. I think it's just sort of like they just happen to be losing everywhere. New Leaf doing decent. I'm assuming dying probably only at the end, and also shout out Banana. But yeah, I think this is pretty hard. I think the PV is probably close to even, which is it might actually be in LS's favor, which is I think is the more surprising part, just because of Albert, and I think Tungy is not their main player. I think he's around probably 30 PV is my guess. So I think they were actually at a disadvantage for OMG. Going into game
as well,
2.
right?
Oh my God, Reaper's Blade. Oh Jesus. Okay,
Holy.
I think I see what happened to this game, guys. I think I see what happened.
It is a really good Samira game, to be fair. Like there's like virtually zero lockdown for ulti. Like once they use their key cooldowns, like it's legit just Garen Q and Diana ulti, right?
Diana ult, yeah.
Yeah, but this
it's those two,
Diana's
and
1
then-
and 9, so I don't think she's doing too much to you.
Yeah, so it's yeah. I do think like both this game and the last game look more like competitive than anything else. Like last screenshot as well, it's like we have triple AP topside, and then as soon as Aphelios falls behind, right? There's not much you can do.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty cooked. And
I
then
mean,
this
look
game-
look at their build as
Yeah.
well. I mean, they're going like Spirit Visage, like Mercs, upgraded Mercs, and then they're going Wits. Yeah, these guys are not dying. And then here, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
it's-
I talked to Spatel after this series, and yeah, apparently Piglet no-showed game 1, so that's the only reason White played, and I think Levi just wanted to play 80 that day. So
Oh.
I guess they just needed games. Who knows? Like,
yeah.
All right. Well,
I mean,
I mean, this is still pretty good for at least like standings wise. This was a very big deal for OMG to get this 2-0 because I think this actually was the game that put them above. Well, no, technically they weren't above Poro Pounders at that point. Those two were fighting it out for 4th place, for reference in Pool 2. but I think that didn't get solidified until a series we'll see on Sunday with PMD versus PP.
Oh,
Um,
sure.
we'll go ahead and get into another Pool 1 game, Zoom versus Throat Goats. So this was a pretty convincing Throat Goats win from my understanding. Although I will say they're playing, I think, some of their pretty good players on Zoom, so this isn't necessarily just a throwaway game.
Yeah, I mean TV.
I mean, it's just their mid jungle, and then I mean, as
Yeah.
much as I like TV, I think never saw Tuzlo as a better mid jungle than this two. Like, I mean, I think I don't exactly know how the mid lane matchup is, so Hwasal can probably go into it more, but I just feel like Vlad probably just out. I mean, I think
Vlad,
Vlad gets
I
into
mean,
this game.
if you're going even into
post-Rotom.
Vlad, you're losing, right? In this matchup. And I assume like Neversaw Tate is like player-wise, it's pretty Neversaw favored, and I don't think like Tate probably wasn't able to pressure Neversaw enough to the point where he could really like get any like significant lane advantages to where he could actually shift it in his favor.
Yeah.
So it was probably just an even lane, and then they had one skirmish, and then
I feel like the
kills, and he
thing
just, like,
too about this matchup is that, you know, like ideally, like you wouldn't be super upset as Syndra against like this other late game scaler because it's like, oh well, in theory I can get stacks. It's hard to stack on Vladimir, as Syndra. I feel like that also like it's a pretty hard matchup in that like it just makes
it's
it a little
definitely not easy.
yeah, because the issue is like you have to worry about trade backs, or if the Vladimir, which you know someone who never saw his caliber can probably do like a reaction W on a QE, and then it's like you just auto lose the trades. So it's pretty hard
Much.
there.
I mean, I also despise playing Syndra into Sivir as well. Like I hate
Oh
playing
yeah.
Syndra into Sivir. I think it's the most like AIDS like thing to play into for any like playing Syndra into Sivir is legit like a death sentence.
I think
Low-key.
playing
It's,
Syndra
like,
into
it's really,
any
really
of these
hard.
champs sucks, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean Wukong just dives into you invis, right? Vladimir, if it's a good Vlad, is really, really hard.
And you're
then
not
obviously
hitting
Mordecai.
Mord or Yumi like ever, so.
Yeah.
This feels like a death sentence to Viego. I mean, you have Mordekaiser. I mean, I hate that. Like,
It's
I
really
hate
hard
when-
it's really hard to get any resets, yeah. Like Yumi.
I mean, I hate the Wukong like Viego. It technically is a Wukong pair. I mean, this game just really depended if like TV can make the game so much volatile where they actually get kills because they cannot handshake this game. They just have to make something happen from 15 or 10 to 25 minutes.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
they
they
just
just got
leverage.
killed.
Theoretically, they just leverage whatever bot prio they have to try to make games volatile, right? Like bot dive or like they rotate mid.
Yeah,
or,
honestly,
lane swaps, right?
I really like the Varus too. Specifically, like I don't know if you guys will agree. I kind of like the lethality here just to help TV get some resets. I think that was a good choice.
No,
I think
mean,
lethality
I
is
would never
always
go.
the correct option here. I would never go on hit, right?
I would
Yeah.
never go on it.
Yeah.
Even though like they are technically all like in your face minus Sivir, I guess, but like on hit here is so bad. I think
Personally,
on hit here is, like,
based option is AP. Anyway, moving on to game 2. Oh, this was the never saw Zillion mid. This was the never saw Zillion mid. I remember this. Oh, this. I mean, there's also a 12-1 Lucian, and there's also Volley Bear that's running at them at Mach 10. So that definitely happened this game.
Gilly Alistar this game? Yo, Gilly, you need to be shot, man. Like, please work on your Alistar goes.
Oh, this is Gilly. I forgot that this was Gilly.
I was low-key ripping my hair out watching your Alistar. I can't lie. Like, how many times are we gonna dry W and then not Q? I'm gonna kill you, man. But this game was pretty much a stomp, right? Like, I mean,
yeah,
I think
you're just hoping like this team like will just handshake scale, but yeah, I think
it's never gonna happen.
I don't think Swift Dandy got his like flowers, but I mean, I think he played like very well this series, just trying to like make sure like he got kills. I mean, I think Neversaw and Tuzlo are like fine, just letting
this mid jungle 2v2 matchup is so ass for Gwen Azir.
I mean, you're playing Gwen with Azir, like
Yeah,
both champions just won gold, and you're just hoping like at least like you just have cocaine bear
cocaine.
Yeah,
just having used
300,000 movement speed. Yeah, like you just dash in.
Yeah.
I don't think Tate was happy. I think Tate just was like mad with that.
Is this the second time they ran the cocaine bear with Zillion mid?
Yeah,
I think this is the second time.
Yeah.
So ban never saw Zillion if you don't want to feel the cocaine bear. Going on to also
Oh,
one thing to comment on, 0 objectives. That's really rough. Anyway, moving to Ritty's team versus 3v. I forget how this went. Oh, I think this was just a 2-0, right?
Yeah, I was very surprised that Gumby went support. I think we were just trying to cover band for either Gumby going jungle or going mid, and I
Yeah,
think
this is the Gumby power flex strategy where he says I can play Pike support. Let's give me, I'm assuming 5 pick in this scenario, and then we'll pick Pike on 5. And he did it, and then probably the rest of the comp probably suffered for it, I imagine. I don't know if you have
yeah,
any
I was
insight.
like, there's no yeah. I mean, realistically, I think Gumby. I mean, I kind of knew how Gumby was going to play. He was just going to like perma roam, just make chaos, and yeah, I was. I think like once Gumby like failed one like 2v2, like I think the game just fell apart because I don't think Ruby made anything happen, as you can see on KP. But LGA was holding his own once he got eclipsed against a top laner, and then bot lane was kind of just like, okay, let's just farm it out. So yeah, I think it just really came down if Gumby can make the game volatile, but
Yeah, and if the
they don't
bot
really
lane's
have a win
farming
con.
out as
So
well, like that, then they've already kind of, achieved their objective against a Pike lane, regardless of who the ADC is. You know what I mean? Um,
yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
mean, like, it's always been like a thing that we, talk about where it's Gumby can flex different roles. Support, it's slightly more strangling for him just because he kind of really only likes playing Pike support. I'm sure he has some other stuff like in his sleeve if he really wanted to pull it out, but this game he picked Pike, and I don't know if I necessarily agree with it, but I also can't really blame him. I think, the game
well, it is his
volatility.
best. It is his best support champ, right? So,
Yeah, it is.
I
It is. It's just, I don't know if it's amazing against that comp, is more what I mean.
think it's hard. I mean, I think Rakan is really good into Pike, bot lane, and I think it's
Yeah.
really, really hard to like Syndra, if she's positioning like a human, is pretty hard, right? Like to ever really go on her. And
Yeah.
if Viego gets a reset first before Gumby can get an ulti off, I think most of the time fights are just over. As soon as Viego gets one reset, it's probably GG.
Yeah.
And Riddy's comp is really, really good at like facilitating that, like just getting one reset.
Yeah.
So
I will say shout
yeah,
out AliXO this series. I'm used to her being a mid laner, but her going bot and doing pretty well is pretty nice.
I'm surprised she went for Twitch
I
out of
think
like
I,
any ADC.
I think how it went was like I wanted to take Viego away from Gumby because after Talon's gone, Viego, so Viego, and then they Sivir Volley, I think, and then we just I think yeah, we just recommend her, go Twitch, or if you really want to play your main champion Caitlyn, then go for it. And then she wanted Twitch, so that's kind of like
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, going into game 2. I think yeah, you sub out
Oh,
for Reborn
yeah.
here.
I
19x.
I mean, we both had our games done, so I just said like, just play this game, and then I'm just gonna sit back and watch a movie.
Nice.
Pretty
This was a little. I thought this was like 3v definitely draft gaffed us. I was like a little worried, but
Yeah, this does look quite good. I mean, you also have Gumby Silas mid, which is like an omega scary thing because I've played with the Silas and it's just really hard to play around it. Um, Honestly, I think props to Earthidius. I mean, I know it's like a decent matchup in terms of just like how things usually play out for Vigar, but I mean, I know he's a very good player, so he definitely made it work here. Um, I think it does come down to, there's no easy way to analyze this game just from the KDA, to be honest. It just looks like around the board it seemed pretty even, and except for just objectives, you guys just seemed on top of objectives except for dragons, and probably just won the game through that. That would be my guess.
yeah.
I mean, my assumption is they just played map infinitely better than Gumby's team, right? Like Gumby, like they have to play around Gumby, like just fighting, like team fighting, and then kind of just fist fighting, right? But it's pretty hard to do that, especially if Jinx gets one reset in like team fights. It's really, really hard for Red Side to do much, I think. But in their defense, so it's pretty hard for the enemy team to get a reset on them. So
Yeah, and I will say, I mean, like
yeah.
Gumby's whole playstyle is based around actually like being the global taunt and trying to 1v4, 1v5. And if
Yeah,
like you're forced to team fight with Gumby, it's a little harder because then, you know, you just smash your gold against their gold at that point. The Gumby difference doesn't really like matter at that point in a team fight, and I guarantee just the gold diff was not in their favor for certain
Yeah.
fights. Moving on to Poor Pounder versus Pen 1. This is also partly like, you know, why things started getting interesting. I think, oh boy, their screenshot I did not realize was this bad where they cut off who won. I mean, we can assume
What
it
the
was Pen
what
1.
the fuck is this? Yes, pen 1, but what the fuck is this? Yo, screenshot properly, you bums.
Yeah. Let this be a note to all captains. Sometimes we will actually use your screenshots, so please give us good screenshots. Otherwise, it will look so Omega boosted like this.
What is this?
Out of everyone, how did Angel of Paper not die? I think Angel of Paper is the
Wait, that's
highest.
actually crazy. I didn't even. Yo, what
This
the
is
fuck?
this is No Hway on his main champion versus you know, Angel of Paper, like a very divey champion, and they have a lot of lockdown. No, I agree with you. That's crazy.
No
Well
way
played,
is
Angel.
green, right?
Yeah.
It's green. This is green.
Yeah, I mean, I think green is really good at neutralizing lane, but will not push that lead. I might be wrong. I don't watch many of his gameplay, but
No,
that's
I
kind of like
agree.
what
Based
I've
off the
lamed
gameplay
against
of
him.
an
I
SBT,
agree.
Like, yeah, I think that sounds about right. Doesn't really seem like he pushed this.
I mean, it just feels like Different just needs to hope that someone else on his team makes
Yeah.
something happen.
But for the player that
and-
he is, I think he's really, really good value-wise, right? Like, he will always stonewall a lane, and he will never lose you a game, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
it's really, really good.
Yeah,
But
I will say I really like the bans from PPSat. I think these are all like literally perfect bans based on who they were going against. And I think like the Jinx is like it's really good for Different to pick up Jinx, but you also give Owen Vigar, and I mean a Jinx lane, it's kind of just well, especially a Jinx. It's not a Jinx Lulu lane. That's a Jinx Malphite lane. I feel like that's kind of free stacks for Vigar, so that probably didn't help things necessarily. Also, just you know, everywhere else, specifically you know like mid lane jungle, seemed to be pretty Pen 1 favorite. I assume top lane was going. Actually, no, it was going quite well. Now that I'm looking at
top
it.
lane, that Mordecai or not Mordekaiser, that Mundo Gwen matchup is like torture for Mundo.
Yeah, it's very it's
It's so bad.
you're just hoping that your other side of the map will win. That's
Yeah,
all you can
you
hope
sit there,
for.
you sit there, and then you watch your team as you drop 5 deaths in lane.
Yeah,
and fucking
unironically, I
like-
think Gwen out pushes Mundo depending on the lead she gets, and that's probably what happened here. Which is crazy to think about, but yeah, I mean, the more I look at it, like even though the kills and deaths are like really close, I mean like it looks like this was kind of a slaughter.
I hate this Lulu Vigar like pairing, man. Like I've heard the problems on that team, like where like the ADC always wants to play mages, and then Esme wants to play enchanters.
Esme wants to
and it
play
just-
enchanters, yeah.
you know,
I mean,
but hey, they made it work. I think
Okay,
Hexer
one
is
day-
definitely like connected.
one day we will see Esme and Nautilus and Leona, and then we will
and we
like,
will
shout
shake in our
praises.
boots.
Of, yeah, we will shout praises of joy as we see that shit. But,
Not gonna see it this game. Esme was put on Yumi duty here.
Interesting. So they
but-
benched her AD, or Owen just didn't want to play game 2.
Honestly, like I don't like reading too far into that sort of stuff because it can genuinely be like schedule gap or something.
Yeah, that's true.
But honestly, like it could have also been like they wanted Billy to get game requirements rather than series, so that could also be it. But regardless, I mean, he did quite well. This is a jungle player, by the way. So I mean, really well played.
easy roll.
This, I mean, yeah. You also have a Yumi, and so you have Yumi Sivir, and you're still making it work against the Nautilus. That's ADC easy roll. But nah, I mean, they just kind of across the board just do super well. I don't think there's much play. I really like the Malphite pick. I think if this
think the
game
Malphite pick
goes
is good
on
too.
longer, is more even. I think that Pen 1 has a huge draft issue in terms of damage, like what's happening when they just build full armor. It just didn't happen this game though. So
Yeah,
I feel like I don't know. I swear, PP's comp is like really good, but I don't know.
I agree.
I guess like Different just need.
Mm,
I think Different
mean,
like
I
we're
think-
playing
I think the
J4
mi-
into Sivir like I guess you have
Ah,
Galio, right? But like still, like I swear this is just like, yo, J4's game doesn't matter. Just gank different. Just hope like different gets a lead. But I don't know what
yeah,
exactly
I think so
happened there.
too. I think J4's individual performance this game, or like individual like gold this game, should not matter at all. You should always just sack resources to try to get different elite, right? As soon and then you just
Yeah,
crush
I don't know what
you get 6.
I'm very surprised how well Angel Papers like play this series.
I mean, this
So
matchup
prob-
is like you can't die in lane.
well, sure, but like even then, like I feel like Angel Paper is like what, like what they went like different sprinkler, and then they have to take like a very high like PV player, and obviously there's another player between that. But I mean, props to Angel Parrot. I'm just gonna say it.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah. I mean, well played
Yeah.
by basically all the Pen 1 players, in my opinion, in this series.
I do think like the saving
yeah.
grace, like for blue side, like draft wise, I do think Red Out drafted blue for sure. But I do
Yes.
think like the saving grace for blue side draft is legit just like Shinzao Galio can like legit roll the map so hard. They
And
can
then
just,
you have
like,
a Fed
pressure
Gnar on
everywhere.
top of that, and then Sivir, who's attacking
Yeah.
the Sivir, you know what I mean? Like, she's
Yeah.
not getting touched. She's free hitting. So,
Yeah, it's super hard pressure.
yeah. And then we're going on to the series of tragedy. This is the one that eliminated PGI. We have PM Dave versus PGI. I think this was the first series where we mathematically eliminated or had a team eliminated. So I got a Nivea. Not quite sure how that happened.
Whoa! Oh my god, he got a Nivea.
I
Oh
know.
my god.
I'm never gonna it's not gonna happen again. This was
my God,
partly
now
Never
he
getting this
got-
map again.
Oh,
This was
I can't say the word that I just want to say. Naki got cooked.
yeah, I did unsavory things to him in lane. What really happened though, I mean, you can see by bans, they had one first round ban because I think they were late, and then they also subbed out players that they weren't supposed to. And so they like lost bans, and then they chose to ban the Hecarim. I'm not quite sure what the decision was there, because I don't really think Sparta or Fear really play a lot of Hecarim. But I'm not gonna question it. Now, this was just kind of like, I mean, I didn't die one, but we also like you wouldn't be able to tell super well based off the KDA, but the Blitzcrank value of this game was nuts. It was crazy. Like this
So,
Blitzcrank was
Like, you look at Clomp and
permanently.
it's pretty good value, right? Like you can hook Horma, Smolder, or Syndra, and then even if you hook, I think like Renekton, it's not even that bad.
Like
Yeah, it's pretty
you
good
can
for
genuinely, with the way that the game played out, because I was like super tanky and fed, and like so was like this, like everyone was like in a position to like kill someone that got hooked in. No matter who you hooked in, as long as you landed a hook, they would die, and then you would just play from a man disadvantage and with a Jinx reset at the same time. Like it was just really hard to play this.
I love the Blitzcrank pick this game. I think it's really good.
Yeah,
Really, really good.
like we played around with it in scrims, and Yolonger like was like, guys, this is like the craziest Blitzcrank angle ever, and we went with it, and it worked super well.
Seems really good.
Yeah. Game 2, this is a little more spread across the map, but they're very much a harm assist game. Also Sparta, you know, popping off as well. Victor also got Zayutal also got Aatrox, his main champion, so that was quite nice. Even though they counterpick him with the Rumble, I think we kind of got all that we wanted in this draft and just kind of snowballed the game from there. I will say this fiddle was so annoying to play around. It was really, really annoying. They got a lot of bot pressure too, as you can tell with like the Drake stacking and stuff. I think that was more like us mismanaging tempo and whatnot, but I think this comp is impossible for them to play into, if I'm being completely honest.
Hard. It's really hard. I mean, you just go even mid, and then you always have value, right?
Yeah.
And I also think Red's draft is super like,
Everyone wants to go inside. Wants
Yeah.
everyone to come into that. Like,
Yeah,
I
it
don't know.
makes no
I hate.
sense. I hate that draft. I hate that draft. It's like you're trying to mix like water and oil. I don't know. It's kind of just like,
Yeah.
Zaya wants people to go into her, and then you have Ari Chondo, which wants to go in, and then Rumble obviously always wants to set up a good equalizer angle, right? But there's no like good lockdown for the equalizer aside from like Fiddle ulti if he gets like a 5-man ult somehow, right? So
Yeah, but
kind of
even
unfortunate for him.
then, like Ylonger was perma sitting outside of like any walls, so like even if Fiddle gets like a 4-man ulti, if he
Yeah, I
doesn't
mean
get
Emilio
Milio, it
Emilio ult
doesn't matter.
neutralizes it. Yeah.
Yeah, and that happened a couple of times, so
I think
yeah.
it's a draft gap. Obviously, it seems like it was a pretty big player gap too.
This is a
So
PV in our favor for sure.
yeah.
So
I
yeah.
think PGI, I don't know like the entirety of their mentals, but I'm pretty sure like what I've heard from Rapid Fire is like whoever wants to show up can show up just to play. But I don't know when that started. But again, like I get it. Like it's a draft league. Like if the vibes aren't there, just let it happen. But I
Yeah,
think this was
and with like what happened with the players like Hyper Dragon and like 2 other players like leaving, Hyper Dragon specifically being super important because that was the mid jungle synergy. I think like the team kind of just was hard to play for at that point. So I don't judge them necessarily for like, just having whoever wanted to play and then just seeing how it went. Um yeah, don't know if there's much more to say about that. So we're moving on to Sunday. Probably
Should have only
honestly
had
good for
Sunday.
us if we speed things up just because I noticed looking at the time. We spent a lot of time. We'll go ahead and jump into FF versus Rap Gods. I think this is just a Rap Gods. Actually, I think this is a 2-1. We'll see.
I think this is where it was decided that Yazuriki wouldn't meet games. And this was like really weird. Like I think I realized I was like messaging 3V and saying like, hey, like one team didn't make it. Like you guys can definitely make it if you make games. Yeah, I was very confused. I don't know like what's happening behind the scenes. I just know like there's a lot of schedule gap on FF side, so
Yeah,
or
I
they're just either
I doubt that it was anything past that. I mean, I trust STL in that he knew, what needed to happen. I guarantee it was just the scenario of Yazuriki just was not able to make the game. And it just is what it is. Also, Alun got Lucian here, guys. What are we doing?
yeah.
In fact, Lucian Braum is crazy criminal for them to get away with.
Or that lane is like the strongest bot lane in the game, like early. It's so hard to
It's
play against.
unplayable.
Yeah, it's so hard. Like level 3, they just legit fist every bot lane in the game. It's
I
Level
think it's
impossible.
3, brother.
comical
Level
that
2.
Yeah.
Alun's Yasuo got banned over Lucian. I don't know. I think that's when we just have to wrap it up. Like
Also, we're banning
that.
Oath's Galio as well, which, I mean, I've played against Oath Galio. It's good. It's just like, I feel like there's more things to worry about than his Galio. Yeah, I don't know.
My issue with ever banning Galio in drafts, right, is like Galio is always a card where you pick it for like neutralization and to play around the carry. Right? But if you're picking it to play around the carry, or sorry, if you're banning it to keep them from neutralizing, I think it's always better to just leave it up and then just ban the carry's champions. So in this case, it's a loon, right? So you just ban loon champs and you leave Galio open, and then you pray that you can do something.
Yeah, because I mean, like, what ultimately happens, I mean, you just look at it, right? He got Galio banned, he goes Lissandra, right? Like, great. We just got another neutralized lane. Honestly, you can argue that it's probably more annoying to deal with than a Galio. In terms of
Depends on
just, like,
comp,
with,
but
like,
yeah,
Lee Sin and Tristana. So, yeah. I don't know.
yeah, I agree.
Moving on to game 2. Oh, yeah, this is where they lost. I see something, and it's highlighted in yellow, but I won't take too close of a look at it. I mean, this just looks like they kind of got. I don't know if it's necessarily. I like the FF draft, but I feel like there's like a weird point in Aurora. I feel like it doesn't fit as
Oh,
well as the other
I
champs.
remember
We have
this.
Death Corky. That should be.
I remember
insta-log.
this, dude. No. I remember this because I was in a server with one of my friends or some of my friends, and Death joined the VC in that server, and he was asking, like, he was super desperate. It sounded really urgent. He was like, "What do I build on Corky? What do I build on Corky?" I think that was for this game.
He has a loon in the call.
That's
like,
what I said. I was
yeah.
like, wait, if he's in GCS, doesn't he have a loon to tell him what the Corky build is? But then he leaves his VC, comes into like the VC that I was in, and then asks for the build, which I thought was pretty funny at the time. And then I think D-Long told him that it was like Essence Reaver, IE, Bloodthirster, shit like that. So
What?
That's what he builds. Look at it.
Not
Well,
Triforce.
Well,
Yeah,
You know what?
I don't fucking know.
Nice.
I'm not.
Death
Look,
March.
I go Shojin rushing on Corky mid, man.
Yeah, please stick to let's stick to mid and or support and maybe mid.
I don't know if
think
this
that's
was
it.
for fun or if they were like, maybe Loon was like, guys, this is a crazy Silas angle, and then Oath was like, I don't play Silas, and so they were like, guys, let's roll
Everyone
swap
off-roll, there's
4
no
people. No, 5. Oh yeah, you're right. Everyone is off roll. I didn't see that 6-for-1 Jack was Aatrox top. All right, yeah. I mean, well played, obviously from FF, but guys, what are we doing here? Anyway, moving on to game 3. We're back to normal here. Like,
Oh, we're
Death-
back to
Death
Alun
Mod?
on ADC and Oath on Galio.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Like all is well in the world now in terms of draft.
No, not everything's well in the world. You have to look at support. You have to look at
No,
support.
no,
Not everything is well
no.
in the world. Ilias, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Oh, I was looking at Rap Gods. Ooh, ooh, Elias.
Yeah, we're just moving on. Like,
All right,
Okay,
let's move
anyway.
on. Hey, put the fries in the bag, guys. It's all good. Like, let's move on.
I think
Next game.
this series like had a lot of implications before like throat goats couldn't, or oh, this is the problem where throat goats couldn't get their
Yeah, because I
replacement
forget
vertical.
who needed to play here. But this
It
is
was
where
digital or
yeah, because I'm
Jigsaw.
pretty sure they reached like like Bubbles had reached out to the captains after basically Sunday and said now 3 teams are not eligible. And I think yeah, you're right. This is the series where like they totally could have and then they didn't. Gilly mid, Malzahar E. But honestly, like I'm a little surprised as well by Neversaw. Although
I think
I
they
think
just wanted games at this point. I
That's
think
fair.
they just said, okay, we're just like gonna just play to play it because
My boy Bowers was
I
jailed.
mean,
Free and
okay, this is technically WoW's.
this is their
Best
close to
loss.
best. Awesome guy I think is off best, right? I
yes,
don't-
because realistically, the best would be you put Teals or Ninja Shoyo mid, and then you put Pink Spam 80.
Yeah,
But,
yeah, okay.
That would be the
I
best,
guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is probably their second best roster. I mean, I think Ping Spam and Ninja Shoyo are like interchangeable, and then either way it would be.
Big Spam is a Lux way player, so it works
Yeah,
out.
it works out, right? Yeah. But
Gotcha.
this is probably their second best roster, and then I mean you have Never Saw off roll and Gilly mid. I love Gilly, he's my boy, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, like you can
Yeah.
see, like the bot prio was really heavy, and at least if you just look at the dragon stacking that occurred, bot prio was heavy, and then probably
I
just
mean that's
spread.
just how you want to play with the Caitlyn, right? Like,
Yeah.
You just want to leverage that and then stack dragons as much as you can before she hits mid game and she becomes weaker than other ADCs.
Honestly, like I think Blue Cane is actually a really good pick here, but I guess it just didn't pan out, is my guess.
Yeah, it's definitely not bad, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's a bit rough.
Moving on to game
Oh.
2.
Oh.
This looks even a little more lopsided. We have Gilly on the Cassiopeia. Don't think it mattered too much, it seems.
Unfortunately,
Is this a Tryndamere mid? This is a Tryndamere
nope,
mid, I think.
that's the Tryndamere top.
Oh,
Top
okay.
Ping Spam Lux mid. The Lux pick is really good. In
Do
Team
not
Fight.
look at bot lane summoners for TG.
Double
I mean-
exhaust, baby.
Ooh. Hey, just in
We need-
case you
I-
also need to. I mean, Leona damage is base damage is kind of high, guys. All right, like let's look at this realistically. Come on.
Yeah, that's something like Hwasal would say.
This is not something I would say. Why am I catching strays, man? What do I do? I'm not even in this league,
I mean-
man. I'm just yapping.
Yeah,
I'm LARPing, bro. Like,
I think I talked to their captain. They just needed games, like for TG at least. So I mean, it's W for WoW because I think this kind of guarantees them like head to head against Throat Goats if they wanted to be top 4. So yeah, I guess that kind of like how it ended up.
Yeah.
nice
fair
try,
enough.
Gilly. Nice
Nice
try.
try, Gilly. Moving on to OMG versus Full. Again, basically anything like in this weekend with, actually these 2 weekends with OMG and PP are going to be super important matches, as well as Full, because at this point, I think it was between, like, they were really close in terms of points, OMG and Full, but this is, I think, OMG's series.
I I still cannot believe Full's only win is against you guys in week 1, and everything else is FF.
Hey, they got 3 FFs, all right. Look, they won
No, I mean, I
3
get
other
that.
series.
3 FFs. Hey, I mean, FF wins. Okay, but I don't know. I'm pretty surprised Reaper is. I think he's a top player, right? Like,
No, Reaper's Blade is a mid player. He's mid lane.
respect. Like, he's playing really well.
I
mean,
didn't think he could play Draven. I'm not gonna lie to you. I know him as a Samira player, so I guess it kind of translates a little bit in terms of the play style. But yeah, I mean 11-1. Holy crap.
Yeah, I mean, comp looks good. We're playing Viego with Vlad. Definitely don't want to strangle my mid laner if I'm Viego here, but
Yeah, I mean this is what's interesting too is actually this is their mid laners. Sorry, Full clears box 1 2 3. That's his one trick, and then this is not necessarily Harry's one trick, but it's like his best champion by far. Freakter jungle is interesting here. I guess it's just how they figured things would work out best with.
He's a good facilitator. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, you
yeah.
just put him on something that wants to do something, and he will play it. He has good game sense with the game.
I mean,
so
this is what
I
Ritty
am not
Pantheon
surprised.
wishes he would be. So
Yeah. No, like the
Yeah, sure,
the,
man.
the Pantheon
true.
value, the Leona. Honestly, it's just really this is a really good draft. Like the more I look at it, this is a really good draft from OMG.
good job tugging on the Leona. I honestly expected worse, but you're looking pretty good.
That's
Good
crazy.
job, man.
They also
Like,
seem to
true.
have lost bans. So it's even crazier that they made this draft come out of it. Going into game 2, it's a Jinx Lulu. And it seems like it worked.
yeah.
Honestly, I'm surprised that the Jinx Lulu did as well as it did with a Hwasal Seraphine lane. That sounds annoying as heck to play into.
It's not really that bad.
I mean,
Wait,
is it
wait,
bad
isn't
though?
bad.
Like,
No,
I swear this
it's
is
not
just
that
a
bad.
handshake lane, right?
Yeah, it is just
Do
a
not-
handshake lane. Hui doesn't really have as much like contest power bot lane because it's a 2v2 lane, like compared to how he would mid lane. So
Yeah.
it's if you play handshake and then it's kind of chilling. Right?
That's fair. I'm used to playing like a Hwasal support, and so that gets less handshaking, more like Xerath levels of like just
Yeah.
poke. I'm just
just
assuming
poke.
like it just didn't pan out this game. I mean, it's hard to
Yeah,
poke
you have
into a
to-
Lulu, Jinx.
thing with Hui support is you can just hit them, right? But with Hui ADC, you have to hit the wave and them because you want to CS as well.
Yeah.
So
Was this
your
the
option
game
is
with
there.
Owl? I think Owlbird got a penta
This is
this.
Penta.
This
yeah,
is his
yeah,
penta.
I was thinking about it.
Pentakill.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Darius Pentakill.
I'm pretty sure it was like a 1v5 as well. Or it
Yeah,
might have
no,
been a 3v5 and then 2 people died early on.
I
but-
think it was pretty close to a 1v5 from what
I
I
thought
because
it
I
was
think they
sick.
posted the clip. That was kind of sick.
Yeah. It was a good
So-
clip. It was a good clip.
Do people in GCS just like Nafiri mid? Like this is the second Nafiri mid I've seen, and I haven't seen a single game of it like ever in the past like fucking 3 months.
I mean, I think carry 80 pool is. I mean, the thing is, like, if they blind a Gallia, right? Like, would you not just want to play AD? I think Nafiri mid is good.
Yes, but there are so many better options than Nafiri mid.
I
than
will
to play
say
for
I
AD.
think this is genuinely like when it comes to Nefiri mid, I feel like you have to think about players. Having played against Harry Patterson, having like tried to draft against him, no, he plays Nefiri mid, him specifically. And I think that's just
Oh,
he
I
just
see,
saw
I
an
see.
angle. I think it really is just
Oh, I see.
player
I
specific.
mean, I think the matchup is good for Nafiri, right? I think it's free scaling.
it's
also really-
decent. Yeah, you scale, and then I mean like Ahoy Seraphine, I feel like actually feels annoying-ish to dive onto, but I assume it just didn't matter because they
I mean,
didn't
you
have
have
any
such money,
damage.
like as a supplement for dive.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
it was fine.
Yeah, nice job by
Props to
OMG.
Albert, though.
This is GG versus
play.
Pen 1. This was important because Pen 1 was looking to actually overtake full here, but I'm pretty sure this is either a 2-1 or a 2-0 for GG here. This is a very much mixed roster for GG, so it's not like this was at all like free for them. But I mean, you probably honestly couldn't even tell when you have Evaps actually doing the worst KDA wise across the board.
Evaps, you are a bum, brother. What is this?
Why
Pantheon
are
bum?
we going?
Why are we
Nah,
going
nah,
Borg
nah.
Eclipse on Pantheon? Yo, like decide on something. Do not do one thing and then also do the other. You're not a multitasker, man. You're not built like that. Neither is your champion.
I remember when Bork Pantheon was a thing. I think he probably was like, guys, I've seen Bork Pantheon once and I'm against Mundo. We need Bork. Let me do it.
I think
And
it's fine to build, but I think going Eclipse and Bork is really, really bad. I think you go Bork and then
yeah,
you just go Cleaver and you just shift into HP items, right? But like if you go Eclipse and Bork, you'd lack too much bulk
yeah. This
for
is
champ
another
like that.
Nefiri mid, but I think again it's Angel of Paper, so that's like his thing. But yeah, I
Hwasal
mean,
just
Oh
casually
my god,
100
guys,
up.
Rizal, let's go full clear and then win the game. Woohoo! My bad.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I mean, I think it's just gold gap. I mean,
it is
what
just
can,
gold gap.
I
Yeah.
think Pandemonium just try to like make plays, and then Rizal probably just counter jungled and just
I
use
assume
that lead.
so.
So
Yeah, I mean, he just used that lead and then got a crazy CSA.
I mean,
Level
it is a good
18.
Hecarim game. Like
It
there's
is
it's
a
a
really good
really good
Hecarim
Hecarim game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Level 18 to level 13. Yeah.
I'm really happy to see
he's
Cho
about to
do
get blood
well
mail as well.
on
Yeah.
Cho'Gath top here. Well, actually, wait. Yeah, this is Cho'Gath top, right? This is not Cho'Gath mid. I guess
is
it
this
could
the
be.
port?
I think this was actually Evaps in mid lane.
Oh, Evap's mid?
I think
Why are
so.
you level? What the Wait, so then it actually just makes no sense why you went Bork.
I mean,
I don't know.
I guarantee you, he's like, I need the lifesteal. Like, I guarantee you, that's what
Evap's-
he's gonna say.
Evap's, me and you need to talk, man. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing, bro? Like,
Guaranteed, he's like, guys, I really need the lifesteal. That's it.
yeah, you know what we need to do, Evap's? You need to. Never mind. Yeah.
Anyway, Cho,
um,
good job top. Because last time I saw his Tom Kench, it didn't go well, but his Tom Kench kind of cooked this time. So,
Mhm.
I mean,
going into
it's
game
like
two,
the
Evaps.
scaling.
Okay, you know what? I guess I'll give it a pass, but Evaps, please don't play a mage.
Wow.
Don't play a mage. It scares me. No, I mean he did
I
actually
actually
quite
really
well.
like Blue's draft. I really like
Yeah.
Blue's draft. I think it's really good. I think
No.
it's super strong.
Like it's really good.
I just don't know how Vayne is able to play this game unless like you put Vayne top. but, like-
Callista's genuinely just like a passenger this game. I think that's just
yeah, I
kind of
mean,
how things
I
are.
don't see how Vayne ever plays this
I mean,
game.
Vayne
But
can't
besides
play.
that, that's fine. Like, I think comp is good for this.
It
Yeah,
probably
I mean,
was
I-
the thought that Vayne is decent into Kog'Maw. I'm not super well versed in bot lane matches, but my understanding is that's the case. That probably was the case, and then the rest of the draft happened, and we're like, oh god, we picked Vayne into this.
I mean, like you just look at mid jungle and the game is pretty. chill.
I am very surprised how poorly Owen Pandemonium bot lane has been doing this season. Like, I thought this would be the best bot. I mean, this should have been the best bot lane where it's like the Levi different from last season. And I don't know if I thought these two were friends or something, but
I'm
I don't
pretty sure
know,
they're
I'm a little-
brothers. Like
what?
actual, yes. I think that's the lore. I'm sure we'll get told afterwards. But honestly, I think you might be looking at it like from too critical of a perspective, in that like they didn't play bot lane together much this season. That's the thing.
I
like-
think it was resulting poorly early season. That's why Pandemonium said, "Okay, I'm gonna play off role." I thought that was like
Oh. You might know
I might
more
be
than
wrong.
I do.
Again,
Then you might know more
but-
than I. So
But again, like I was very surprised like this team wasn't doing as well as they should. I mean, they don't really have a real mid, and I was trying to trade for Esmio, but they declined it, so
unlucky.
it is what it is.
Yeah, I think it's also like hard with just how draft panned out, where they have obviously Pandemonium, and then they pick up Esmia as their fourth best player. Where you have like your three master players / GM, right? And then you get Esmia, where it's like, well, now we have two supports, you know? I think that sort of thing is where they kind of ran into issues. I mean, we'll have to see how things turn out in playoffs. I think that'll
Again,
be
like,
interesting to see.
I'm wishing for them the best. Like I thought they would result more results like how PP did last season. So
Yeah.
I'm just hoping they bounce back, or like we get to see more of this balling duo.
Yeah.
But
Evaps will give you the pass
for
here.
now,
We give you the pass here.
I mean,
Evaps. SDC versus 3V. Is this the upset series? I'm forgetting. Oh god, Geeky. Why did you post it?
What is this?
This I think is the upset series, where I'm pretty sure 3V. Am I correct? Yeah, 3V wins here. I think they win 2-0. LGA, holy crap. My god. You know what? Honestly, I don't hate this because we actually get to see the damage now. We get to see who was doing damage this game. Gumby
think-
Hecarim. Interesting.
I was watching a bit of this. I mean, Gumby like limit tested every single invade. Like he would make sure Naruto would not get any farm. Like I mean, LJ would just get prio, and then Gumby would just do whatever the fuck he wants in jungle. And then I mean Frosty's just gonna farm in this matchup. So yeah, it just worked out for like you can't when Frosty can't really get gold, and it's kind of like yo, they're just happy.
Yeah,
And
the Malphite
LGA
pickup's
and
quite good
Gumby,
too, I
you
feel
know,
like.
they just
Although I
I
will
mean
say,
props to
leaving Silas open
props
with the
to
Malphite, that's probably how draft went. It's
mhm.
a little crazy, but I guess it just worked out. Just because LGA just
I think the
kind
only
of
reason
ran
why
him
it worked
down.
was because you have Zaya as your ADC, right? Like
Yeah,
I think
you
if
know
you had
what?
any
You're
other
right. You're
ADC,
right. Yeah.
any other ADC, I think it's really, really bad.
I
But
think
I think Zaya
Lavinia's
is the
kind of just cooked this game though in terms of she was probably getting Malphite ulted the whole time. 07 soldier. Um but it's for the good of the cause, I guess this game.
yeah. I mean, she's playing Janna. What can you do? It's
Yeah,
just like a global blunt.
true. Going at okay, why did we change the format? Anyway, going into game 2, just another pretty good game. I think this is more convincing than the you could argue that, I guess. But I don't know. Like these comps are actually pretty good from 3v. I'm surprised. Um, at how
I
like
think
well
putting
fitting they
Gumby
are.
on jungle, yeah, I think putting Gumby on jungle makes it so that comps are a lot more like, um, for lack of a better word, good. Like
I think
he can just play champions that like fit comps better, like or fit like styles better instead of having like his like limited champ pool and like supporter mid. So that's probably one of the reasons why I would say.
Yeah.
you just put Gumby jungle, and I feel like LGA gets to run the game however he wants to. So
Yeah, I
I
agree.
think that's a really like I mean Gumby's very vocal, so it works out. And LGA all he has to do is just make sure Tekio doesn't get to play the game. And once you
Yeah.
remove Tekio Echo, I think you just kind of play. He plays a lot more reserved champions. So and Damio, I don't think got to play as much since either Gumby invaded or just played off.
Yeah, I think this is
This
one
this
like
system
phenomenon as
matches.
well that was explored with MBR, where the Gumby flex potential. I feel like because
Mm.
remember, like I was on the team with Gumby, so we had like two people fighting over mid, like trying to get mid. Um, we had pretty good success when we put me mid and put him either top or jungle. I feel like when
Mm.
you have like a really good like solo laner paired with Gumby, if you put Gumby like jungle or just at least in the other lane, I feel like things tend to go well. And I see what you're saying. Yeah, Gumby has a pretty nice jungle pool where it complements the team pretty well usually.
It just makes it easier to draft for sure because I think the issue that people come across is Gumby has a very like specific niche champ pool, right? So when he's playing his pool like on his main role, it's what do you really draft with it? It's kind of awkward, right? Especially in like a comp
Yeah.
setting. So if he's in jungle, I think that kind of like removes that. Obviously, he's off role, but he's still Gumby. He's really fucking vocal. He will control the game. So I think it works out. Sure. Also, nice self glaze talking about good solo laners, man. Don't think I didn't catch that.
Yeah. It happens. Anyway, we move on to Zoom versus Ego. I forget how this. Oh, I see. This was an FF.
Okay,
Oh,
I'll
okay.
explain what
Hey,
happened.
looking good, looking good. Yep.
Okay, so basically what happened was we all play in like another draft league, or like most of my team, and it starts at 5 ES, no, 6 EST, and the game was originally a 2 EST, and we have to make sure like we don't get to a certain. If it goes to game 3, then it gets a little dicey.
Running the Gauntlet. Screw Ritty.
That's crazy.
So yeah, I asked Zoom's captain, can we reschedule it to 1 p.m. CST? And he said, okay. And day comes, and we are 1 p.m. CST. I see TV 5 minutes in a rank game, and I'm like, TV, did your captain not tell you we're gonna like play 1 p.m. CST? And he said, no, it's at 2. And I'm like, okay. I made a vote with my team. They all said we're pushing the penalties, and they didn't show up at 40 minutes later, so we just took that fifth win. I know it's coming, but like at the same time, like
I mean,
It
it
took
is what
him.
it
It
is. I
took
mean, the
Tim's
rules are
captain
also there.
3 days to get back to me saying like, okay, reschedule works, or 2 days. Like, and
Yeah.
I thought he checked in with this entire time. So
Yeah, and also like I
I
mean
guess it's
like
just
at the end of
unfortunate.
the day the rules are, there for a reason. So I mean it feels bad when you have to use the rules to like win a series. It doesn't necessarily feel great, but sometimes that just kind of is what it is. Shout out VLN for the surprise appearance. Some wise words from him as we move on to LLS versus PGI. I think
PGI at this point is already out, right?
yes, they're already out. Honestly, it's surprising that they actually continued playing. Well, no, this is the same weekend actually. So I guess it isn't surprising because their players already probably committed to, you
Oh
know,
my
playing.
gracious.
I mean, if not, or if Rapid Fire's not playing, it's kind of like. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, again, I'm not too surprised. Like, I mean, it's just I feel like PGI is already like mental boomed, right? They're mathematically eliminated from that last series,
yeah.
unless like two teams win it. Yeah, so
Yeah, I mean that's not to take away though from LS. Although I will say this is a quite a good roster. If I see the thing is, whenever I try to analyze LLS, I keep forgetting which player is what PV because they at the end of the day have the lowest average PV. So basically, all of these players are at least like gold plat plus, you know. So like even when I like don't know who's their starter, like it doesn't matter most of the time. You probably can even with some of their sub players have a PV diff in this series. I wouldn't be surprised. So, I mean, they play quite well. Even with that in mind, they still play a pretty solid game. Like pretty good team comp with a lot of globals and stuff. I think it's pretty hard for. I'm surprised actually that TF did as well as he did against Akali. But I mean, Akali just her W doesn't work against TF, so that's the other thing I guess you got to think about. Or at least in theory with the ult, it's a super annoying interaction for her to deal with. I don't know if you guys have any commentary on this game. I'm thinking about moving to the next game. Yeah,
The
I
next
mean,
game.
this is actually really close. Of a game. You can kind of see like not only KDA but objectives. Like this was a slog. This was definitely like a really really close game. Likely what
Patel
happened.
Brom.
This Patel Brom, yeah.
that was
Uh,
OTP.
Patel Brom.
yeah, that
But
does
yeah,
that
I
did
mean,
seem
again,
to
like
happen.
Yeah.
I think PGI is just playing to play. I mean, again, if they were trying, they were trying. If they're not, they're not. I'm not too surprised. Like,
Yeah. I think this is quite a good game still from them though, all things considered, especially with like the mental aspect of like they probably weren't exactly super like, locked in to try to win it and they almost won this. I guarantee this was likely a random pick or like Vayne misstepping in a fight and then just dying and the game just randomly ends. That's what this game seems like. Um so I mean it's still a good performance from them regardless. As we move into PP versus PMD, so again, as I said before, this is super important. Like these 2 weekends for PP and OMG specifically. This first game we did lose. Not quite sure what the captain of PMD was doing here, going 1-7, but I think we can forgive him. This was really just Sprinkler's Yone. Sprinkler's Yone popped off. This was a draft gap. I'm not ashamed to admit it.
Green's goat.
Yeah. Green also kind of cooked me. I won't lie, he kind of cooked me a little bit. But this was a draft gap where we pick the Zac to flex it. And they pick Yone, and it's just like, well, great. This Zac cannot go top, but then it's like, but we can't really put it. The decision was made for some reason that we couldn't put it jungle, and then it's just Sprinkler just kind of controls the game from there.
Why can't you put jungle?
I don't know. I think we already picked jungle at that point. I think that might be what happened. I think we picked the full top side.
I mean, this is the PP that I was like assuming, where they would just put like different Sprinkler. The other three players don't matter as much, and like just still win the game.
Yeah, I mean, this is Harbinger. This is Harbinger jungle, by the way.
Yeah.
So, I guess kind of to your point, he did well though.
I'm showing you this game. Bubster was showing me this game like after the games like ended for GCS, he was streaming me the game and he was pretty bummed out because he thought he played really fucking good. So I think he played pretty fucking good too. He did Flame Horizon difference, even though he lost.
Yeah. This was very like I mean he was super communicative the whole time too. Like Bubster was like I think the game I remember was genuinely like in Bubster's hands, and then we misstep and randomly get caught. And I forget who. I think I was part of it too. We got like 3 people randomly caught, and then Bubster just can't kill them, and that's just how the game ended. There was a way for us to back into the game, but it was a 10k gold deficit at that point. But I think what was important about this is that I mean, like we took away like Jinx and we had like nice bans on lock for different basically the rest of the series, so it was really hard for him to like get himself on like a hyper carry. They try a Callista Renata game too, and they just got run over. I'm not gonna lie. I mean you also
I hate
run
Callista Renata.
And a Callista. That's all I'm saying.
yeah,
NA
and you're
Callista.
also it's NA Callista 1 and 2. You're running Callista Renata and leaving Nico open. Like that's been like the classic pro player like counter. If you play Callista Renata and you leave Nico open, you just lose lane. That just seems to be what happened here too. I mean, obviously Bubsy are longer my goats. And at the same time it's like I also just play Lissandra, and so I see Callista, I pick Lissandra, and Different does not get to play the game. And then they also pick Aatrox with Lissandra Malphite. Like they pick Aatrox on 5 with Malphite blinded. At least that's I think how the draft went. That was just a really unlucky draft for them in my opinion. I don't think the execution was necessarily the problem. It was just the draft. Yeah. Moving on to game 3. Now we're kind of like reaching into different pockets of trying to find like what champs are we playing. So they whip out the Lucian Nami, and we just run apparently an Aphelios Lulu and just win lane. Don't really know what happened there. Everywhere else kind of just goes even, and then like we just carry the game through Bubster. And we also are running Varus top, by the way. Let it be known that this guy, he also, you know what? In all fairness, though, he ran AP, so understandable and kind of based.
Sprinkler is the merchant. I wouldn't say merchant, but he does play like Vayne Varus, like ADC's top lane as well. And
yeah,
it's
I will
annoying.
say the Varus was actually really close to getting completely cooked. Like the wave was like level 3 pushing but not quite frozen. It was like it was stuck in front of the tower. And we tried a gank and it didn't work out. But if the gank succeeded, Sprinkler was not playing this game. Eventually though, we put Syndra into Varus, and how can Varus play when Syndra has funny outplay button? That's just kind of how the series or this game went. And the Lucian Nami just never came online. So yeah, not sure if there's much more to say about this series. Moving into the next weekend. So at this point, keep in mind we knew that the 3 of Throat Goats, Zoom, and FF, those guys were all fighting to get 6th, and 3v was guaranteed 5. Seed 5, and then we didn't know anything for Pool 2 other than PGI was mathematically eliminated. Everything else, it's more like I think no, it was PP and OMG were fighting for 4th. As we move into Throat Goats versus Rap Gods, so this was important in that Throat Goats needed to not only play their lower PV players, but they needed to try to get themselves enough of a gap such that FF and Zoom would not catch up and steal their spot. Because, you know, after player game count, since they didn't make it, it was going to be up to how many points you had. And Throat Goats was in the lead. They needed to just keep it. Didn't really happen this series. Not going to lie. I mean, I don't know what there is to say about this specific game. I don't necessarily like the draft. What do you guys think?
I think, I mean, I prefer blue side's draft for sure. I mean, Rise Lee Sin I think is like the saving grace of
I mean,
red side's draft. I think like it's
I
really really good.
regardless
Like,
regardless of draft, I mean, I think this is just an insane PV diff. Like,
yeah,
you have
it is a
gold
PV diff.
gold
I just
AD,
don't.
silver or silver. I don't actually know Gilly's real rank, but we'll
I
call him
say he's
silver
like
mid.
he's like probably like flat, maybe
Probably
like
low
100 picks.
masters, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same rank.
Yeah.
Honestly, everything from silver to low master is like the same anyway, man. It's all the same
Yeah,
shit.
I mean, again, like, I think they just needed games, and I don't exactly know what Rap Gods needed. They might have needed Inu games, but that's, I think besides that, they were fine.
I mean,
But yeah, I mean, I'm not too surprised.
Yeah, and we can also say, like, I mean, like, if you need, like, Inu games, you're in, like, a good spot, because Inu's a decent player. Obviously, like, Death would be the preferred support, but, like, you're not losing anything by running Inu, realistically. Yeah. Death March also going mid lane here, kind of running the game a little bit with his Vigar. I guess look out for Death March mid, except for the last series that we saw him in. Yeah.
He is against a weaker opponent, so there's that too.
Gilly's basically low masters, so I don't know.
So you're saying Gilly gaps you?
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, okay. Just have to make sure.
Yeah, and then we actually swap Inu and Death March like role here, and we give a Loon his Yasuo, and it seems like this time it went well. I feel like whenever I see a Loon Yasuo, it's genuinely a 50-50. This was the good 50. It worked here. I mean, you also have Rel, Galio. It's a pretty good game to run it. So,
I mean, again, Throgo's all they need is just to make sure they have game counts on Big Tall. So, Big Tall Digital, like.
I just realized that their name is not Digital, but in fact Digtal.
Yeah. I kept on saying Digital initially, and then I'm like, wait, they don't have an extra I, so.
Digtal, we need to work on this. This makes it so much harder to commentate. How am I supposed to take the series seriously when your name is not a real English word? Anyway, yeah, I agree with you. It's
Not
just
surprised.
kind of
for the rosters put out.
yeah. FF versus 3V. I think I forget how the series went, but I mean, based on this game, maybe I can take a guess. Pretty well done. I think it is overall. I'm just taking a quick glance. I mean, they don't have Gumby, obviously, but it is a.
I think 3V realized like all they needed was game counts. Like after they saw like, oh yeah, FF and
Zoom and
Throgoats, like legit, all they needed was like game counts, and Gumby was like, okay, either he's gonna relax or like just.
Yeah, he probably just took a little bit of a vacation.
Yeah, I don't blame him because like I mean you just need game counts and just making sure, and then you're basically fit.
Yeah, it is important for FF though because they do need to catch up points here, at least at the time, because they were the one in closest contention. Well, actually, them and Zoom were tied. I forget how far above Throatgoats was. I think it was 15 versus 11 for the other two. So this was super important that they got this game, and I'm assuming, yeah, this 2-0. Oh my God, STL, Jesus Christ!
Holy fuck! God damn!
Oh my God, this guy is almost 20k gold at 34 minutes, guys.
Oh, Gumby actually came back.
Oh, he did come back. Okay, they called in the cavalry, and then the cavalry.
The cavalry got fucking gunned down at doorstep, so I hard to really do anything. But I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, this is the lore counter. You know what I mean? Where it's like you have Lucian versus something from the Shadow Isles. I mean, how can you win? You know. Also, Lucian versus Senna. Take that how you will. I guess I won't comment on that. Honestly, pretty good from Jupiter's Puppet though. 11-4 into Lucian lane, especially a Lucian lane that was doing this well. That's actually quite good. So
I assume it was just getting like kills across the map permanently, and then I mean you look at Zach KDA and it's just like you spoon feed Lucian everything and you just like send it, right?
I guess you're right. Yeah, I mean if we look at the damage graph, I guess you might be able to get a better picture of that, but since we don't have that, I guess our imagination is what guides us. And then we have Pen 1 and Full. I think at this point, Full had not given up on playing in playoffs, but I think this is the thing that caused them the mental boom. Because spoilers, they do FF their next series.
My God.
Haxer, I mean, I can say Haxer, right? But like, by the way, Snipper, I think he's a gold player. I know this is his main, but like, my God, 4-1-8 versus, well, I guess they're pretty equal in terms of PV/skill. I think between him and Box, but this is a really good series or game from Pen 1 overall. I mean, like, Jesus.
I think Snipper is really, really good for a goal.
Oh yeah,
top laner, so
for sure. PV to performance, he's quite good. I was just more like I thought for this was a like a higher rank mid. I thought that this was their or at least I thought this was Giraffe Rider, and so I was surprised that Snipper got that big of a lead.
Also, I think like if Rambo will have like this Shinzao like obsession, you always need to ban Trundle. Like if the enemy jungler plays it, I think
yeah.
Like,
and
banning Trundle and then just locking Shinzao is fine. Like I think Pantheon is a playable matchup. Ritty would probably know better than me, but I think Pantheon is a playable matchup. Zed is also playable, stuff like that. But like Trundle counterpick is so AIDS to play against for Shinzao.
Yeah,
I think it's
and
really, really
the
hard.
thing is too, we've played this against him. He's had it played against him before, so I don't know. Like it's this and also Volibear that I think we've played or we've seen played into his zone.
It might just be an ego thing, right?
It could be.
But,
I
mean,
don't
they already
know.
used bans on jungle. I assume Pantheon is a jungle ban, and I assume Rengar is obviously a jungle ban.
Pantheon's
so,
more like just for Pandemonium. He'll play it support top, and I guess he can play it jungle too if he really wanted to.
I see. So then, yeah, I think like I mean, I guess it's scary, but you know, you could just deal with the Pantheon and you just ban Trundle, right? If you know you want to play Shinzao. I mean,
Yeah.
Rambo, as far as I'm aware, is a Yi OTP, so his Yi will be banned like every game. So then, if your next best pick is Shinzao, I think you have to facilitate that accordingly, right?
Yeah, or pick it later. I think this was likely he likes to pick it very early. So I guess to your point, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's in the end like he wants to pick jungle early because of his limited champ pool, and if that's the case, then you know those are the steps you need to take to make your life easier, right? Especially when you're low points like this and you're like you're supposed to be the carry of the team.
Yeah, so they
Next game.
they get a game here, and they actually let Pandemonium's Pike through, but I guess they were already letting it through. They actually also let the Rengar through, but I see. Jungle went late pick. I see.
Yeah, seems like it. Oh my
I mean, this is just because. This is because.
Caitlyn dropped dick off this game. Holy shit. My God.
I mean, you know what? If there was a lane to do it, it would definitely be this lane. And I also really like I kind of like the Mel Caitlyn here into Zyra Pike. I think that's really hard for them to play. I'm surprised that the Caitlyn did as well as she did, given Ornn, Volibear, like Ambessa though. I'm actually really, really surprised. So I guess props to Because there. Definitely played it well if he did this well.
I also really like Red Size Draft. I think it's really good.
Yeah.
Like I think their damage is balanced out really well. I like the Mumu pick with Mel Oriana. He creates a lot of threat whenever you engage.
Yeah, Rambo definitely like knows like when he has to just put himself on a Mumu duty. I mean he did it this series and it clearly worked out really, really well.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah.
I mean overall.
And then they kind of just get rolled here.
Oh, Snipper, my boy on Talon.
Dude, my coach. We also have Owen Seraphine. But he does do quite well. And this is
pick ball in, right? You can lane bully and stonewall. Like it's legit insane.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised the Seraphine did that well into like a Rel Samira. I feel like Nautilus Seraphine versus Samira Rel is Samira Rel favored, but I guess it was just I mean that's just specifics that
I don't know enough about bot lane to really say. I do think I hate this Malphite build. I will say. I think it's so
Yeah,
It's good, it's good.
The Malphite was
yeah, it's
definitely
good. It's good because you're a terrorist, man. It's not the same, okay? Like,
Yeah.
like I
that
see a
was being-
world where it's okay if it's not a Lilia jungle. If it's genuinely like any jungle, even like maybe like a Diana, maybe you can then argue that Malphite is still okay. It's not great, but it's okay, right? But I mean, then you play Malphite against, Lillian. Seraphine's not even on your screen and she's hitting you, so I don't know. I'm sure it was nice into Talon and Jax, but it clearly and he also went AP, or at least mixed.
I hate the build. I hate the build. I think the Malphite pick isn't that bad. Like, I don't think it's that bad, right? Because you're
The
picking
solo
Malphite
laners you deal with
into-
quite well.
Yeah, there's that, and then there's also like Seraphine and Lilia don't really have any mobility or dashes either. So you have really good ulti targets this game. Right,
Yeah,
to
my
use
my
in
argument
your
would be
fights.
more you have to pick one, and if you don't get one, if you get one, the other's just gonna cook the rest of the fight,
Yeah,
given how the game
100%.
panned out.
But like yeah, but you're just banking on Wombo this game in team fights. But like as soon as bot lane falls behind, like it's really hard. Like
Yeah.
Annie, if you're, I mean, I think Annie is good right now, but like she's definitely not like a 1v9 champ. I think it's really hard to 1v9 in general in this current meta with how games
Yeah.
are going. But yeah, she's definitely not super
Going to
1v9.
OMG versus PGI, is this? Yes, this is an FF. Nothing to say about this.
Oh, I mean, it's not surprising, right? PGI is already out.
Yeah,
so
at
it's
this
like,
point they
yeah.
are out, and it wasn't the same weekend in which they found out. So this makes
yeah,
sense.
like yeah.
And it's good. It's great for OMG because again, OMG versus PP. This puts them above, or at least furthers their lead. So it's pretty important in that way. WoW versus Ego. Ritty, you're up to bat. Going bot lane this time.
This is
Oh.
big.
This is big.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was like,
All right.
we probably just had to. We kind of like we're fighting for third, so it's kind of like the games matter the most.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
didn't even think about that. See, I don't track pool one well enough. Yeah, I see
No,
what you mean.
So yeah, I was like, okay, we probably just have to put our best roster in basically, and just hoping get the win. And
I mean, they basically put their near best, other than
I
just their
mean,
top laner,
yeah,
of
they just
course.
have to put Projecti top. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And but yeah, I mean, I don't
you
know.
wouldn't be
I
able to
got the
tell.
glide.
You wouldn't be able to tell that this was like probably like close in terms of PV. I mean, at least with how this game went. Holy, this is kind of a stomp.
I mean, PB wise, it would be fucked, but I am not worth a single digit AD. I will tell you that right now.
Arth is on his OTP, and Ritty is smile, Ritty, smile. Yeah, on Ash, basically.
I mean, Hwasal Talon or my Ash. Like, I don't want to take my Ash, so.
okay, nice Eagle Man. I don't even play that champ anymore.
But yeah, I don't know. It felt pretty easy to play this game. It's just look for picks. I mean, they
It's a
played
really
one
good
bad
pick comp.
dragon, and
It's a really good pick
yeah.
comp.
I like Blue's draft infinitely better than Red's draft. I think
It's
way
so
easier to
good.
execute.
I don't even
Yeah,
think
it's
that Reds
way
is
easier to
bad.
execute.
I think it's
I don't
just
think it's
Blue
bad
is so
either.
much better. It's so
Yes,
good.
I think
they did do the blind Braum tech, and we're like, okay, we're just taking Recon and just calling
Yeah,
it a day.
if we're blinding Braum, do not leave Recon open. Both supports taking Summoner's spellbook here. Very intriguing.
Pirun. Very OP rune.
super OP.
Anyway, going to game 2. It's a little closer.
Okay.
It looks like.
I
But
got carried, but I did get dove like 3 times, and we played for top, so you can't flame me.
I can. You suck.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how else I like. I think I missed up like once or twice, but even then, like I was just
it's
kinda just an
I mean,
oddball,
look at their
right?
team comp. You're just not playing this game. You're just a
This right
passenger. It is what it is.
I do still like your draft better. I don't think you should have gone one hit this game.
I agree with the
look
on
at their
it.
team.
I agree with it.
I think in lane, if I knew how to like play like more aggressively in lane, I think it's fine to go lethality this game. But I knew I'm just gonna be passenger. Is that
Okay.
bad to say? Right? Like
I mean,
I don't
think
know.
it's bad to say, but-
Realistically, if I'm on ADC, like I might as well just play to scale instead of just playing for lane.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I mean, this is big in that I'm pretty sure like it for sure
It was a
confirmed
close
that you were
game.
third.
I think Projecti did get a shit ton of gold like mid game, and I was like,
He
guys,
has 2,300
I'm just an
gold.
R-bot.
He has, wow.
He got every single like tower. They moved him top. They dove like. I mean, yeah. I mean, again, we got gold the other side of the map, so I'm not like too worried.
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, if you look at the
Ups to my team.
gold like differences, it's kind of crazy everywhere else. So I think that's just more Konjeki kind of overcome that, and it's not, especially with this comp. No, it's not happening.
I mean, Kaisa on hit Kaisa into that team comp is also just infinitely harder. Like it's so
Oh,
hard
I
to
didn't even
play.
see that. Yeah, playing on hit
Yeah,
into Nasus
it's not
sounds.
AP, right? You can't really poke a W. Like you have to go into Nasus wither range and then you're fucked.
Yeah. SDC versus Zoom. This is an FF, which I mean I get because I forget if they were. No, this is Saturday, right? This is the Saturday series. Then
No.
this actually
Oh,
is
yeah,
kind of
this is
more
the Saturday.
tragic than
Okay,
anything.
So the lore was SDC's player that they needed games on couldn't play. I'm not saying we should try to be a dick, but like,
Okay, never mind. That is just a dick move. But basically, they rescheduled it to Monday, and then Zoom couldn't even field a full roster. So I'm just saying, like, why didn't just Zoom just FF then? Like, if they were already like out of contention.
I see.
So
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm sure SDC doesn't necessarily mind.
no, they don't. I mean, yeah, I think it was just like more of like, I think they needed one win, and they were guaranteed above Rap Gods.
Yeah.
It's like the same situation where you guys play on Sunday, right? And you need one win.
Yeah. Moving to GG versus PMD. We have our starter mid lane Bubster, fielding the Rise. Yeah, I was not there for this series. I was away. I tried to
Tell me
reschedule.
this like Dark Harvest tech. Like, did Harvest? Like,
I think he forgot to change his
Because I saw
runes.
I saw this and I'm like, what the hell is this?
So he forgot to change his runes, and then I'm pretty sure from what I remember, it actually cooked. It really, really cooked the game. Like he was getting a hella value out of this, you know. Now
That's
this
like Hwasal would say, like just cooking up, like, oh yeah, Dark Harvest sounds good this game.
That is something I would do. But okay, well, that is definitely something I would do. But
I don't
Dark
know if this
Harvest
was an
is
FF.
a bit
This is a
crazy.
16-minute game. Did they just randomly end the game? They FF'd.
No,
No,
they FF.
they took 3
I
total towers.
assume with how the game was going, like Set completely shits on anybody inside, and then so does
Yeah.
Rise, and
I
how
mean,
they play team fights.
We're giving Oh, you know what? Okay, there's more to this that I'm now remembering. Edmonto, you will see, he is on Yumi. There's a reason. It is because we as I said, we tried to reschedule the series, right? And then because we wanted to get it to next weekend, right? Like this Saturday, essentially. And then they weren't able to do it because of MSI. And so we initially were actually going to FF, and then we found that we actually could field players. And I think they kind of were not expecting that, and they needed to get Edmonto games. And he was in a parking lot playing on a laptop on 1,000 ping, so they put him on Yumi. And he didn't hit a single Q all game because he was on 1,000 ping playing on a laptop. I think he might have been on trackpad, in fact. So I think that's
that's actually heinous. What is next? I cannot wait to see next game.
What the
If
fuck?
Yumi's gone, like I cannot wait to see what's there next game.
I think he somehow did better here. Yes, this is a Renekton
Bobster
ADC.
Akali? What
Yeah,
the fuck?
This is also a Renekton ADC. This is Evap's Smolder Top.
Oh, I
what
remember this.
What are we doing building
Oh
Maw
my
building Maw
God.
second item into what
Yo,
I miss?
Evaps. Yo, Evaps, like, I know you're gonna be watching this shit. Like, are you stupid? Like, do we need to like teach you like basic League of Legends?
The
Like,
more I look at this, I just want to go Dex.
like, we need to shoot ourselves, man. What are we doing, man?
Dude, the
Like, what are we
Renekton.
doing?
Can we talk about the Renekton bot though actually cooking? He actually kind of cooked it. I think
I mean,
Callista.
they have to stack infinite waves, but
I think
yeah.
Callista explicitly asked for this. I'm sure Evaps and the rest of GG can fill us in on whether or not that's true, but I think Callista actually asked for this explicitly, and he kind of cooked with it. Um, uh, Bubster did lose early, but you know, better mid wins, I guess? Question mark. I don't know. I'm kind of being. I'm just joking with that, obviously, but yeah, this is just. I don't think we need to look at this series any longer. It is important in terms of points because this did put us, you know, at the exact same point count as GG, so it was important, but a little Pepega. LS versus PP. This is really, really important for PP because again, as I've said like 1,000 times, PP and OMG were really, really fighting for fourth. I think they get a 2-0 here. Sprinkler gets Yone. Different gets a Jinx. How do you play? This is
How do you play
I
with
think,
Spittel mid?
this is another one of the case of why is he mid? And also this is I think basically PP's best roster. I think Sultan
Bro.
is just off rolling, but he's still like lowest PV.
No,
like,
he's
5.
a jungle man.
Oh,
He's a
okay. Then
jungle
I'm just delusional. This is their best 5.
He just likes playing AD and support right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
but
I
he
also
is
don't know what their draft
peaked on
is.
jungle.
What is their draft? What is Red Side draft?
I don't know. Like, yeah, this is just cursed.
All right,
What's
next game. Next game. Sprinkler then gets Jace. Sprinkler is just getting everything he wants this series. This is a little crazy.
Yo, what is this Ari build? What the fuck is that? Hell.
He's split push
I think
Ari.
it's just more. It's just an issue of
damn.
like Sprinkler and like different, right? You just have to ban either one or the other. And I guess they also wanted. I don't know where the Nefiri ban is.
I
I've
don't
never
know
seen
where that
Sultan play
lands.
it,
I
so-
actually have no idea.
I've never seen Sultan
it a
play
mid
it,
ban?
so
It is not BS. It's
I
not
don't know who
BS.
Beast.
It's. I don't think it's Beast. I don't think it's him.
It's not?
Interesting.
Okay. And I don't know what that ban is for. Sultan has never played Nefiri in his life. I'm pretty
I
sure.
don't think I've ever seen Nefiri
Yeah,
on
I
Sultan.
don't think I don't think he's ever played Nefiri before. So.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I'm,
Like, I don't know. I
I'm
don't know
so
what there is to
shocked by
say
this,
about
like
this.
Ari build. What is this Ari build, bro? Like, what does this build accomplish? Out of curiosity, like.
Yeah, I don't know. This is
Yeah.
Spittel Braum, by the way. But I mean, actually, Braum, I really like the Braum into the Varus and Jace, but I think it's just you have double poke. They went lethality, and then the rest of them are AP. It's
I hate Braum this game. I despise.
I mean, you guys are a pick comp. I think Nautilus
Yeah.
just fits this comp 10 times better.
you know what? That's
Yeah,
fair. That's fair.
I despise Braum this game.
If it's like a
Hate
full
it.
team fight comp, maybe it's fine. But yeah, again, like you have Quinn, Ari, Ezreal, you just have single target.
And plus,
ban.
if you're going against double poke, you need to pick. You need a pick desperately, because otherwise you're just not playing. You just don't get to. Now we're moving into Sunday. I think
My
the
God,
first.
we're so close to the end.
We're so close, guys. Guys, bear with us. 3v versus Rap Gods. FF, beautiful, awesome. I'm happy for you, 3v.
Fantastic. All right, nice, good
no.
shit. Good
So
shit.
one game,
okay.
just one game, guys.
And one game. Okay.
Did I delete something here? Oh, sorry. Okay. I didn't
So
understand.
this is game 2.
Yes.
yeah,
okay.
game
I didn't
They
understand.
were just late.
Yeah.
Oh,
gotcha.
no. Okay, so the issue was I don't know what happened, but basically game 1, what they did was Gumby played for Rap Gods, and apparently that wasn't allowed. So Rap Gods had to FF game 1, even though they played game 1.
Wait, why did Gumby play? What?
I don't know. I really want to ask them. I completely forgot to ask like Gumby and Geeky.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
god, I need
what the hell happened this game?
For anyone that
yeah.
was in this series, please tell us what happened after once this is live. Okay, please, I want to know.
Shoot us like a ping. Shoot us like a ping in general or something.
Yeah, just
Actually, what the
ping
fuck
all of
happened?
us. I want to hear it.
Yes. Yes, we need to know. What the fuck?
Anyway, Alun got Lucian. Yeah. It
That's
happened again.
Malzahar.
Also,
Okay, I will not lie. I watched like basically the full game of this game, and Radiato is cooking. But the problem was every time, like post 15 minutes, Radiato had hit a Briar ult, and the rest of the team are like 10 seconds behind. And it just became unlucky, and then they
also
kept on
it's
being
like
a 45 every
it
single
doesn't
time.
matter how far behind Death is. He's on Malzahar. He just presses R on
Yeah.
Briar. Briar has no flash.
But I
Help
will
him
say,
play.
Radiata was like cooking. Like I think they were like 5-0 or like something insane. Like I thought it was like, oh my god, they're actually gonna make Briarmid work. Like, but then yeah, it just became unlucky that fights were just poorly being played by 3. But it was a fun game to watch.
Yeah, I think like also like this is a really good comp on blue side. Honestly the red side one's decent. I think Mordekaiser doesn't fit super well, but I think it's decent. Yeah, it's probably just like at that point, like you said, if Radiata's going in solo, and then just the rest of the team has plenty of gold, you know, like they're kind of just gonna get cooked. And then game 3, Death is back in support. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what happened here.
Zyricon.
This is a Smolder
I think-
Ezreal.
I
No,
like the
sorry,
Smolder
this
mid
is
pick. I
this
think
is
Smolder mid
Aurora
too.
support Ezreal
Yeah.
Support.
ADC.
I think how fights were being played is like Geeky kept on trying to use Jaxi as an engage tool instead of just buying more time for like damage rotations.
I got you.
And I was like really tempted to just like message him like, yo, let's I don't know if you're trying to win, but like we need to relax. Like we're just like I think Chromos was doing a lot, like trying to split, but then initially like I think fights were just being like played too fast and I think
Yeah.
Chromos had
Yeah.
to like TP.
It's rough. Yeah.
Because I think this is a really good comp where like Chromos can just like
Cook.
literally split push top.
Yeah.
And
I think the Smolder mid pick is really fucking good too. Like into
mean,
Galio, it's really really good.
Yeah, I
Decent
mean it's a
to
classic
play
counter, and
power.
honestly, like I've played it Galio sided, right? Smolder can genuinely solo kill Galio. I'm not even kidding. If you don't play it properly, because I've had that
Good.
happen. I got solo killed.
It's good. It's good. I like the matchup, but
Yeah.
obviously it's pretty hard when you have 20 kills Zaya with Rakan.
Yeah.
That gives
And
them
look at
more,
this
like,
front line,
ranking.
like Jesus. It's really hard.
Yeah, I dislike the Shojin third. I assume not second. I don't know. I think you should just slam like an armor pin item and then IE or like IE and then armor pin item. I don't think you can afford to go Shojin this game. based
On
off
what?
how the game
Ezreal
went.
or Smolder?
Smolder.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
greedy. It's greedy for sure, but
It's pretty
Yeah.
bad.
going into Throat Goats
PG
versus
Ego.
Ego. This series didn't matter much for you guys, but it was definitely important for
I-
Throat Goats.
I think they just need a game count. And I mean we
What
kind of
is-
just
Yo,
what?
what is this build, bro? What the fuck is this?
Dude, Ash Shaden or Shiden, whatever that pro Dignitas pro
Oh,
player.
the Dignitas pro player?
Yeah.
The guy that always
It's
looks like
like-
whenever he ends a game? That guy?
Yeah, I mean I told my team I wanted to play a Trinimir game. Like I don't care when, if it's top, jungle, mid, and yeah,
Well,
they wanted Gwen B1. I said, yo, just give me Trinimir.
I
just
mean,
wanted to play it.
I guess like this comp just works? Question mark. I guess.
I mean, it's just individual like counter.
I mean, to be
Even though-
fair, we were just kind of like it was the most like Mickey Mouse game. I think both teams just need a game. Like we just needed the game to happen, like just for game counts, and then their team also needed. Like
Yeah.
I don't think WoW could catch up to us, and Rap Gods. I guess they can lose, but we thought Gumby wasn't gonna play, so it doesn't matter. I still think.
Yeah.
like,
And then this is
I'm
where the fun part
completely
of the
content being
series
third or second.
begins. This is where the fun part begins.
This is big. Okay, I did not go iffy. I did not go iffy Yon. I sold items, but yeah, it was just perma fist fighting everywhere, and it was fun. Like
Because did you guys actually ARAM this game, or was it just you just?
no, that's next game. That's next
Okay.
yeah. So we just said, yo, we're all off rolling, and then they said they're gonna off roll as well. So because like I mean, I just wanted to make sure that happens, but yeah, there's no like issues as long
Yeah,
as
I
it
think
was
like
just game
in
counts.
terms
It
of
was literally
points,
game
it was
counts.
impossible for them to catch up. So this was
Yeah,
not.
and Throat Goats has the head to head over FF, so it didn't matter. Like they already made it.
Yeah. So.
Yep. So yeah, we just had fun, and
This
that's
one
what-
you won. This
Yeah,
was
we-
the ARAM. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at Ali. Holy moly.
Yeah, we all rolled their champions, and then everyone had one reroll. It was fun. Yeah.
This is pretty good. They rolled good with getting a Nivea. if they rolled as well.
Yeah,
non-biased,
but
non-biased opinion. Non-biased opinion.
they had
Yeah.
80 Yuumi.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a fun game to end off on because neither team just it didn't really affect their standings.
I guess
Yeah.
technically if we 2-0'd, we had a chance to make second seed, but I think we're completely content being third.
Yeah, fair enough. Is this an FF? This is sorry. Oh, my bad. This is an FF. But this is this was when Full decided they didn't, I quote someone else's quote, but someone told me that Full FF this because they did not want to play into playoffs. And so they just randomly FF'd. So shout out PGI. They nearly doubled their points with this. So good on them.
Wait, so they really won the first series against you guys and the last series? Nah, that's big, guys. Starting off with a win, ending off on a win. I think that's a dub season.
Actually, believe it or not, so PGI didn't win against us. They took a game off of us, one of our series. They won against Poro Pounders, actually. That's
Oh,
where
it's
they
Poro
got their
Pounders?
first, I think their only series win other than this.
Hey,
we
they
take
still
those.
won first game of the season and the last one.
Yeah, we take this. This series, it's not happening yet. It'll happen this Sunday. Standings wise, it only matters where PMD, if we get a game, that's the only thing that matters. And then Pen 1 just needs to play players. So look forward to some interesting comps if we win the first game. Because otherwise the standings don't matter. Going to FF versus Zoom, I think this series didn't matter necessarily. No, I think depending on how the Throat Goats series went. No, actually, no, I'm thinking about it. No, it didn't matter at all. Because even if they 2-0'd, like you said, if Throat Goats wins the head-to-head, it just is what it is.
Yeah, I think FF realized like they were never going to reach Throat Goats, and then they just or Yazuriki.
And so they ran
but
STL
either
on
way,
Singed. So yeah.
Hey, that's elite.
And this is the exact opposite of Reaper's Blade Draven, where instead of going 11-1, 30 Thrungler went 1-11. So shout out that guy. Yeah, also Elias.
Elias on another banger support pick with a banger build.
Yeah,
With-
I'm rolling to Titanic is elite, man. Like
That's an elite build.
That's
right
something
there.
you would do.
Also, look
That
how
is
many.
not-
Look
okay,
how
every
many.
single time somebody builds like shit, that doesn't mean I would do it. All right, like
You do it though.
I love this
Yeah,
Draven
but-
build where he didn't want one best friend sword. He got another best friend sword.
holy
And
shit,
then
he's
he-
building Deathblade and TFT. Look,
And then
Ritty.
he also
God.
itemized a dagger into it. I love this.
Dude, it's
Yeah,
Deathblade.
I don't know how mentals were on each team because I think they just knew they couldn't make it unless somehow like 3V also couldn't make it. Then everyone just pushes up one. But even
Yeah.
then, like Yazuriki didn't play their 5th series, so it probably became Zoom series. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Everything just. I think everyone just didn't. I'm surprised one team didn't FF this series. didn't
This is
matter, but-
this is the patented Ilias Yone jungle. By the way, on game 2.
Patented.
The
Yeah, he got-
patented.
Jim is thickest on the Vi.
Yeah. No
Really
one
good
else
pick
is
this game.
allowed to do Yone jungle, and that is because you shouldn't. Please don't. But yeah. Ilias, keep this pocket pick
Seems like a
in
pretty
your pocket.
standard game. I mean, I think the comp, like, it was pretty big comp gap, right? Like, you just play front to back, and then they're fucked. Like, Vi dives in, you have Mbessa as well, and then if they ever try to engage, you just have Jinx Braum with Azir. They can't
Yeah.
play the game.
Yeah,
Seems pretty
I'm
standard.
very. I don't know. My hot take was like I thought Zoom's team was good because I thought they had the best top laner in our group, and I mean I thought Boomy played really well this season. I think it's just unfortunate. Like this team didn't make it through.
Yeah, I did like Zoom. I think that Zoom has a very similar, like, kind of style, like, maybe better than PMD, so I'm surprised that it didn't work out well.
I think they just had a really good solid 5 players, but anyone after that it became a little scary. I think that was
gotcha.
the issue.
Yeah, because I guess
Their starting
like
5 was like very solid. You don't
Yeah.
have really like any like issues. But
yeah, because I guess that's the difference between PMD and Zoom, because I think they're trying to achieve the same thing, but then like PMD, our subs are probably better than their subs. I guess that's where the difference is.
Because I remember telling TV their game counts were just really bad after like the first like 5 series. But yeah, I don't want to harp on it too long.
Yeah, going into WoW versus SDC. I don't. This, I guess, in the moment probably mattered for WoW because I don't think they knew that Throatgoats was just gonna not get points. But yeah, I mean SDC just does this. They just drop a 26-9 game. Is this an FF or did they genuinely take? No, this is an FF for sure,
It's
right?
an
Because they
FF,
only took
yeah.
3 towers. That's not possible.
Holy, Teals is fucking jailed, bro. My goodness. Ninja Shoyo, my deepest condolences, my brother.
I mean, yeah, I think WoW had zero like complications with being any other C besides fourth because 3v is fifth, and then we have the head-to-head against WoW. Well,
Yeah,
even
it's
then we have like
genuinely just they either get
points on
5th
top
or
of them.
4th. So, but they ended up with 4th, I guess. And it,
I
yeah,
mean,
they
3v is like 10 points behind because they were technically last in our group. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, agaan,
Oh yeah,
they
yeah.
just need a
Sorry,
game
sorry.
count.
I'm wrong. Yeah, I for some reason I thought Throatgoats was still 5th seed. They are 6th seed. You're right. Player counts. I guess you're right. Yeah, they just kind of just get to kind of play these sort of games and doesn't necessarily matter. This game's
I think they
closer.
just wanted to play.
Yeah, this game's closer, but they actually did end the game. It looks like so. This was not an FF. They actually did end. So good job, SDC. I guess.
She was kind of a passenger this game.
Yeah, the
Oh,
previous
I
game.
believe
The previous
Frosty.
game he did
Frosty,
quite
I'm
well.
pretty sure got a pentakill this game or a quadra. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure. In skirmish, yeah, like early game. I think I remember.
that's
Took
interesting.
Ari ulti and started fisting everybody.
Oh, this is a really. I didn't even
remember
see that.
correctly.
This is a really good game for Silas because he only has really
is
like
good.
Ari ult and maybe Leona. I guess you could argue, but like, I mean,
Mordecai's ult is also really good.
yeah, but it's just more like I feel like he gets to do a lot into their team comp.
Yeah,
so
he does. Pretty chill max in game, I think, for SDC.
yeah.
Like,
So yeah, moving on to this series. This was actually important, because OMG was ahead of Poor Pounders, I believe, at this point. And this was the series where it would determine who would be in upper bracket and who would be in lower bracket. It was PP. Spoiler alert. Sprinkler just went 11-2. He got Gwen, and I mean, different. I guess does okay, but it's really just. I mean, like we can just look at the KDA. We can kind of see what happened here. Who is matching this Gwen top? You know,
Is this technically both? It's very close to their best rosters, right?
It's
like
close.
4-5 versus 4-5.
I honestly think they
the
put
thing is, like-
Reapers mid, Luton ADC, and then Harry and Owlbird can be in either. I don't think it particularly matters. Then it's their best. It's very close though. You're right. And then it's definitely PP's best. It's definitely PP's best.
Yeah, I mean, this is the PP that I was just gonna say. I mean, I know I probably said it the third time, but yeah, this is what I was like pretty worried about. But yeah, I mean, they kind of did it cleanly, so
Yeah, and they carry the momentum. Sprinkler going Nefiri top, and
I guess
kind of cooking
maybe
again.
that's why they
That's
banned
where the
Nefiri,
Nefiri ban
like that one
was.
series.
Interesting.
I guess, but it's so weird banning it from top lane. I feel like there's matchups where you're like completely kicked
Yeah.
out. Unless
You know what?
let me check Sprinkler's match history.
Yeah, while
really
you
quick.
do that, I will say I really like Red Side Draft. I really like it. I think this works pretty well. The I guess concern you could have is damage, but they don't have any tanks, so who cares? But it just didn't matter because I guess it was just players won across the map where it was necessary, and that's just it. This is Harry's patented Ambessa mid. Have played against it before. He's actually it's like his third best champ. So I mean he probably played it pretty well based on how BS did, or Beast. I don't know how to say his name. I don't know if it's Beast or BS, but I mean it's
Beast 11. Yeah. Okay.
BYST.
BYS. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it's Sprinkler goes 14-1, and you have Ashe on your team, and you have Rakan on your team. he just gets to do whatever. He just late joins fights. Everyone else is a sacrificial lamb. If anyone gets, too grouped up, Hui actually
he
gets to
went
do
on
things.
hit.
So
On hit Ash. I haven't seen this since like maybe like season 10.
I like
That's
it here.
crazy.
I
Damn,
like
you're
it here.
old as fuck. Sorry.
That's
My
crazy.
bad.
That's crazy.
That I started season 12. My name's Hwasal.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
So
But
this,
yeah, I thought on it was, but yeah.
yeah, this is just, I mean, well played by PP, and it's really important that they won this because I didn't realize that they actually won the head-to-head against LLS. So they actually, like, not only went into winner's bracket from 5th, but they went to 3rd. So they're actually 3rd seed now, which is really, really big for them. So, yeah, overall, very well played. And then we got, I think this probably had a hand in things, GG versus LLS. I'm pretty sure this is, oh, this is not a 2-0. I thought this was a 2-0 for GG. They have to play Cho, obviously. I know that. I think they, oh yeah, and they also had to play Seagull for one series, so this is the series. And then, I mean, they put Levi jungle, which seems to be working out throughout the rest of the the season. So I guess it just kind of works here. That's just kind of how things are. Spatel is actually playing support, so good job, good job, Levi. Yeah, I mean, Verika actually does quite well. It's just, I mean, Xerath into Mel is just so unplayable for Mel. I've only played the Xerath side, and it's just the freest game.
It's more unplayable for Mel when you go Lichbane, and you also go 2 Lost Chapter items. And you
I
black
see.
damage.
It's good. It's
I
good.
see. Guys, I
Yeah,
swear
it's good if you're like trying to be as useless as possible. If that is your goal, it is good. Okay? It is bad. It is bad. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Bad build.
This
I
is
mean,
just
it
just
won the
unlucky.
game.
No, that did not win the game. Levi won the game, okay?
There's currently
was a
an
passenger.
100% win rate for Mel Lichbane, and it is from
Alright,
this
we're gonna
this
Go
game.
try to new games, Fossil.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Cheers, bro.
Now this is just unlucky for Eureka. I mean, like, how can play? You're literally almost perfect game. You die once and you lose.
This is a game. This is also a game that you hate playing Xerath in, right? Because the 2 players that are strong, I guess 3,
Are
but,
the
like,
tanks.
the 2 players that you're looking out for are Volibear and Garen, and they both run into you, which is what
Yep.
you hate as Xerath. You want to play against things that want to play at like mid-level range, and then you outrange them with artillery.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, this
kind
is
of a-
also
kind of
like
a sucky
fast
game to
Garen.
play.
This is also fast Garen, so like it doesn't matter
Yeah.
that he doesn't build any MR. You're not killing him, and he just gap closes on you like that. If he has flash, you're just dead. I guarantee that's probably
Yeah.
what happened. Going to game 2. Oh, GG. Okay. Evaps going Kane top 13-0.
I remember. Okay, apparently the lore here is that Esper, after playing against Rurika game 1, got scared and then went to jungle. Now, whether this is true or not, I have zero clue. This is just what I heard.
And then Levi counter picks the Silas and kind of gets gapped, I'm assuming.
It's cause like I watched this game entirely, or like from start to finish, but the way the lane went, Levi insta pushed the wave with E like level 1, and then like it crashed like on the first wave, and then the second wave met in the middle, and then he just got traded on repeat by Silas because he was pushing it wave too fast instead of stacking it.
Yeah. Also, this is
But
another.
I mean, respect though, because like I mean that's a very like Levi thing to do, right? Like you do that in order to like keep creating pressure in order to like get prio and look for plays around the map if possible.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Also, shout out Callista again, going on Renekton ADC.
Dude, it's elite, man.
Keep
Great.
cooking. Keep cooking. And then they lose game 3. But this is, I think, all.
This is the same game. I'm pretty sure they FF or something. Like I don't remember. Pretty sure they FF'd
Okay.
game 3. I don't remember which team, but yeah, one of the teams FF'd. I think
Yeah.
it was yeah, but
Regardless,
as on yeah.
That's all the series. That only took us like 2 hours to cover, but yippee. Again, the only things in flux, PMD and GG may switch spots, and I think that's actually it. No, that's genuinely it. So you're kind of, and then again, you have to remember that 3v is 5th seed, Throatgoats is 6th seed in Pool 1. And past that, we all, we know that Zoom and FF are eliminated, and Full and PGI are eliminated. So, because I think even if Penn 1 didn't play their players, I think they beat Full in the head-to-head. But I don't see. I mean, they rescheduled the game with it in mind that they could play their players, so it's not going to come to that, I think. Um, any thoughts about the standings? Final thoughts regarding this, at least.
Good job, guys. Unlucky for the teams that were
Not
eliminated.
really. I didn't expect the bounce back on WoW as much as they did. I thought they were just going to be locks in fifth, sixth seed. So props to Project Key and crew. And besides that, I think everything else kind of like went what I imagined. Besides the Pen 1 issue and the PP sprinkler schedule gap.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think besides that, I think
Yeah. So
It's fine.
that's really all we're gonna cover, just because we don't want to. We already took up a lot of time, so we don't want to take up more. We're going to likely release a video in the coming days, next week. Maybe do like a season overview, or at least some other content just to fill the week 1 and 2, prepare us for playoffs. We won't go over brackets. Right now I'm sure the official brackets won't be released until we finalize everything, especially with PMD still needing to play a game. But yeah, that's been week 6, week 7. Any final words you guys want to say to leave us off on?
I hate Loon.
Okay.
So hate Loon. I hate Ritty too.
Unlucky. Yeah. That's been GCS. Week 6, week 7, running the gauntlet. Hope to see you guys here later. Bye.